Oofed. Lame dropping there. Lame dropping. Hello? Hello, hello? Hello, hello, hello? Oh, how are you? Pause. Lovely to see you in. How is everyone? Well done, Baseman, on sneaking first there. Very good, very good. Don't know where Kuwu is. Maybe Kuwu's at the pool. Don't know where Lily is. Who knows? Maybe they've just decided to let other people have a go at getting first. But well done, Baseman. Pause. How are you? Did you ever get your penguins in the pool? Did they go swimming? Everyone's at the pool, indeed. Yes. How are you, Jet? Are you good? Are you loving not being in the van? Is it delightful? Are you back? Do you work in an office or do you work from home or a sort of remote location? I'm good, thanks. Yes, I did. They look amazing now. Fantastic. That was a long hour. That was a very long hour on Sunday. As you enticed, cajoled, did everything bar pick them up and threw them in. Amazing. I'm glad they're in there though now. Fantastic. I watched. Well, I was at a work. Oh yes, yes. You did say that you were going to a conference and you quite enjoy the conferences. That's good. Are you at work tomorrow, or have you booked some time off so you don't have to? You don't have to work tomorrow. You can recover. I watched Banshee play some of that zoo thingy, tycoon thing. What song is this? Is beautiful. Reminds me of Wicked. It's by a Japanese band called Hagane. Hagane, who I've comparatively recently got into. So yes, if you go to Spotify, it's actually you can see it up at the top of the screen, or you should be able to see up at the top of the screen. Pause. Right at the very top of the just chatting screen, towards the left hand side, you'll see exactly what song it is. Oh yes, the top. Amazing, thanks. No bother, no bother. If you go to Spotify, there's a this is Hagane. I don't know what they're doing. I don't know what they're putting in the water in Japan at the moment, but the number of incredibly good hard rock stroke metal Japanese bands is insane. They just seem to be kind of popping out right, left, and center, and they're all as good as each other. I mean, technically, absolutely astounding. Just crazy. I don't know what it is. There seems to be a real swell at the moment of very, very good rock, Japanese rock bands with all female members. So yeah, as I say, I kind of recently got into them, so they're not quite up there with Hanabi for me as yet, but it might get to that point. Hanabi still rules roost from that point of view. But yeah, I watched Banshee play some of that Zoo Tycoon type thing. I can't remember exactly what it was called, but it looks quite fun. I'm not sure I could do all the sort of very, 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 very fine tuning that you were doing with those rocks and everything. I think I'd begin to get a little bit frustrated with it. But yeah, I mean, it's the whole sim thing. It seemed to be putting a bit more effort into the whole sim thing. Let's put it like that, a bit more detail. So yeah. Now, we should technically, you could say they are specifically a steel, not just a metal. But oh, I see. Ah, well done, Baseman. Thank you for filling in my knowledge there. I know that Hanabi is fireworks. So I'd kind of grasped that one, but I hadn't worked out that Hagane means steel. I see, I see. That hasn't quite crept into my lexicon of anime Japanese, which I can kind of understand bits of, but not everything of. They don't mention steel a lot in slice of life anime, so that one hasn't quite sunk into my conscious. But yeah, we should have been playing a new game tonight, so I'm slightly frustrated. Let's say. I appreciate getting any key from a PR is a privilege, and I would never knock it. I'm feeling slightly frustrated, I suppose, in that I got an email from said PR 3 days ago saying, "You congratulations, You're definitely getting a key for this game that you've applied for. However, you will not get said key until the 7th when it releases because it's under embargo. Not a problem, thought I. It's not an issue. I plan to stream it, but it will be probably nearer sort of 7:30, 8 o'clock by the time, so that'll be fine. There won't be an issue. The game came out 5 hours ago, my time. Still no key. So I've had to kind of change direction a little bit quickly, and we're going to play a bit more of Wax Heads, which I really, really enjoyed when we were playing it on Tuesday. So we'd come to a good point in the story where I think it was good, just about to take off in a different direction. So it was a good place to stop. But yeah, I am quite interested and intrigued to see where we're going to end up as we go into the next bit of the tale. But it was really well done. The music was very good. The characterization was good. I thought the different characters were a lot of fun, a very diverse bunch. But you could see them all sort of knocking about an indie records. In fact, any kind of independent store. A good mix of different personalities. I was enjoying the core mechanic, although, as I say, I am very salty that having had almost all rad write ups by my clients, one of them just absolutely sold me a dummy and I got an OK for that and messed up my perfect record, which I'm a bit salty about, but such is life. Can't win them all, as they say. So I don't know. We might get that. I think we will end up getting the key for the game. It was Will Follow the Light that I was looking to get a key for, and had been told that I would get one today. But we will definitely play the game. It's just when I end up getting the key. And as I say, it must be horrendous being a PR, because you can never do right for doing wrong in most people's eyes. They put a call out to people in Twitter and say, would you like a key? And they'll probably get inundated with people, both genuine and scammers. I mean, I read a lot of the guys when they're talking about what the kind of thing they receive in their email box, and the amount of scam type emails they get, or guys who are desperate to get, 3, 4, 5 keys so they can sell on 4 of them or even all of them. They aren't actually content creators at all. So trying to discern who's, genuine and who's not, when you might have 100, 500, 1,000 keys to give out, even trying to distribute them with individual keys for PlayStation and Steam, and it just must be a logistical nightmare. So I'm not really moaning about it. I suppose the bit that slightly irritated me was that they were all super, super organized 3 days ago to say you're definitely getting a key. You just won't get it until the 7th. So it kind of set my expectation that that's what would happen. And then it didn't happen. And I'm like, sad. However, we've got plenty of games to be getting on with. So I did kind of hum and haw as to whether I should play Inconveni tonight or whether I should play Waxheads. Kay has gifted me a game to play. It's more of a horror game. So I might wrap that into an additional night some point. I need to kind of work out when she's going to be about. So it's kind of difficult to coordinate our timings when she's in Australia. And it's not a co-op game, but I feel like I should play it when she's about. But when she's in Australia, I don't think there's anywhere in the world where it isn't the 7th yet either. I know it's kind of well, I understand that the PR company is UK based. So I don't know. Every now and again, I kind of think if it was West Coast of America, they may not release the key until midday or something like that. But even then, that would be past now. So there's obviously been some kind of hitch or hold up or whatever. But it's just one of these things. As I say, I am not, I am not being a sort of hypochondriac streamer going, oh my God, where's my key? I'm, very privileged to be in a position where, I mean, don't get me wrong, I do work reasonably hard to get them. It's not like I just sort of fire stuff off. I do sort of track people. I track games that I'm interested in, and I've got them all in a bit of a planner. And I do watch people's socials, and I do watch the PRs, etc., to see what's coming out. So I'm not just sort of firing off random stuff here, there, and everywhere. I am kind of trying to judge the games I think would be a good fit for me in my ability to play them, and B, whether I would want to sort of promote them on the channel. And I appreciate again, I play so many different games. So I start a lot of games on the channel, and we don't finish all of them. But part of me just really enjoys promoting indie games. So I kind of want to show as many of them as possible, rather than spend hours and hours and hours doing the same game over and over. There will be the odd occasion, likes of Replaced or whatever. We will finish Inconveni. I would hope would finish Waxheads. I'll just need to put it into a kind of rotation because I'm kind of hoping, fingers crossed, that I get an Outbound key next week, which is we played the demo of that game. It's fantastic. You take your little camper van and you travel off into the great beyond and start a big adventure, where you have to do, what if the key arrives midstream? Nah, I'll just do a different. I don't really want the key I'm getting is for PlayStation, and what I've noticed is if I switch the PlayStation on halfway through the stream or after I've started OBS, I get a very slight audio delay in it, which you might not notice, but I would, and it would start to irritate me. And then I'd have to download it as well. So we'll play Waxheads tonight and just progress that story. And then we'll do a full stream of Follow the Light. Will follow the light when, if and when the key turns up. But as I say, next week, Outbound, hopefully, fingers crossed. So we'll see if that turns out positively. I'm on a bit of a roll with PRs and keys at the moment, so it's just one of those. It's one of these months. It's a lot of indie games coming out this month, very good indie games, and I'm sure there'll just a ton of other stuff coming out as well. But yeah, interesting times we're in. So yeah, we might spill them across the internet. I don't think there's as many coming out next month, so this is just a particularly rich vein of indie stuff coming out just now. So we'll crack on with that. I was a bit sorry to hear as well. I just read before I came on to stream that the guy that's the mortuary assistant guy, the dev for that, he was using, well, he was developing a game based around paranormal activity. And he's still sort of solo deving it. It's just really him. I think he uses people here and there to assist, but primarily him. Um, and he's working with the publisher Dread XP, but they are sort of overseen on this project by Paramount, who own the rights, I think, to Paranormal Activity. And the game had been garnering quite a bit of positive, reinforcement. People who had seen it. I think there was a sort of a demo had floated about at some point, or he'd shown off some of the gameplay or whatever, and people were getting really excited about it. But it was coming up on a sort of deadline that Paramount had set in terms of a kind of line in the sand to move the project on. And I think he'd sort of held his hands up and said, "Look, we're just not at that point yet." His publisher, Dread XP, had said, "Okay, happy enough. Games can't get made in a day, sort of thing. These things take time. Let's deliver a decent product." Because the last thing we want to do is put something out that everybody goes, "My God, here's just another cheap movie ripoff." And everybody's just gone out for the money, and it just wasn't a great project. And I think Paramount at that point had basically turned around and said, "Okay, let's not bother then." And the project's essentially dead now. So he seemed reasonably upbeat. I think the thing that he appreciated most was that the publisher, Dread XP, who have published The Mortuary Assistant and his previous game, I think, stood by him and basically said, "Yeah, we stand with the developer. We're not in the business here of pushing something out that's going to be slammed. So if you can't understand that, then we'll both part ways with you." So I think it's great that the publisher actually stood by his side and said, "We ain't doing it." So but it's sad because you could have had quite a decent You could have had quite a decent game out of Paranormal Activity, if done well, obviously. So we'll see. I don't know if you'll ever get the chance to. What I would hope is that having put the effort into the game, I don't know if he'd ever be able to do this because Paramount probably own the IP and therefore everything he's worked on. But whatever he's learned, I hope he kind of manages to do a bit of a Temu Paranormal Activity game where he uses a lot of the stuff that he's developed and sticks it in a new game that maybe is legally distinct, let's say, from Paranormal Activity, but would give us some of the positives from that. So yeah, is sad. So it is very tough as solo devs out there. If you get a hit, then obviously, absolutely fantastic. If not, then you're back to the drawing board and plugging away for another 2 or 3 years. I suppose it's the guys that really want to deliver something. Yeah. Uh, it's guys who really want to deliver something of quality and not have their name associated with any kind of I I I I don't really want to use the word slop because I think slop's thrown about all over the place at the moment, but you can kind of see game deving takes time, obviously. And you can kind of see when the clones start coming out who just wants to make a quick buck and who's had a good idea, and somebody that actually wants to. Hello, Lily, how are you? Lovely to see you. Um, Somebody who just wants to. I didn't get notified. My God. Yeah, Baseman took your crown today. Baseman snatched it in your absence. Um, so, how are you, Lily? Are you good? I see you're off tomorrow. You'll be delighted with that. Having a good long weekend. Have you got anything planned? Are you doing anything at the weekend? In fact, has anybody got anything planned for the weekend? Jet's off as well. Banshee's off as well. I'm beginning to feel like I may have not done the right thing this weekend or this week. Working a hello, Grip. Yeah, I don't know what's happening with my I don't know if what's happening with some of my alerts. They seem to have disappeared. I forgot to check after the disaster that was the breaking of stream last time. Let me just check something for a second. Don't know if this will break stream. If the stream suddenly dies, I've done something stupid. Let me see. Not going to be doing anything after 3 weeks. My goodness, that is incredible. Have you got nothing planned at all? Um, oh, now that's maybe why. Hang on a minute. Why is that there? That's crazy. System. That's what I want. Okay. Hopefully that's worked. It might not. Something might break somewhere down the line, but I don't understand why that monitoring system did that. Whatever happened to my encoders last time when stream broke on Tuesday night? I was just home earlier than normal today, but I do have a 2-hour class tomorrow afternoon, so not off yet. I see. Well, that's all right. Is that at uni or is it? Yeah, you have to go in on campus. 3 weeks planned time off. Crazy, 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 Baseman. You're not going on vacations or anything. You're just chilling for three. See, 3 weeks sounds great on paper, but by the end of 3 weeks, I think I've once been off for almost 3 weeks, which I think was over the Christmas period actually, because I had a week. I think 5 or 6 days I had to take of my planned leave before Christmas, and the way the days fell over Christmas, I ended up getting another almost a week and a bit. So it was almost, and I didn't want to go back. I'd got myself into a nice little routine over the course of that 2.5, 3 weeks, and I was just like, nah, I don't want to go back to work. Thanks very much. I could quite happily see myself doing all this stuff that I'm doing every day and never getting fed up with it. But I don't know how. I mean, I kind of. I was supposed to be in Japan for 16 days, but my company screwed me over royally, so stop crying in my basement. Oh, what a nightmare. I tell you, you've been before, though, Baseman, haven't you? Yeah, that's why you can speak Japanese. Um, that's not so good, especially when you get that much time off as well. You can't. You probably end up. You'll need to find something. I hasten to use the phrase "productive" to do, but I think if you ended up being 3 weeks off, having nothing to show for it at the end of it, maybe that would be, maybe that's a goal that you actually get 3 weeks of doing absolutely nothing. But I think I'd kind of feel a bit like I was cheated out of the 3 weeks if I hadn't done anything by the time I went back to work again. Rubbish. Rubbish. Not great at all. Grim, how are you? How's dog? Is dog okay? Has it been pushing you out of the bath today? Um, what have you been up to? Lily, are you good? Sorry, are you doing anything at the weekend? Have you got anything planned? Are you going to stalk Richard anywhere? Are you going shopping? Who knows? Who knows? Jet, anything planned socially, or are you just staying in the house and having a little drink and a nibble to eat? I have not been, but promised myself to go by the age of 40 at the latest. It would have landed in JP a couple of hours before my 41st birthday, but not now, Sag. Richard, that's in June. Okay. Socially, no, I'm done. Yeah, Baseman. Banshee and I keep talking about it, and I think we'll still be talking about it when I'm 60 and she's like 30. It's one of these strange situations that myself and Banshee are very keen on seeing Japan, but want to do. We wouldn't want to go for just like a week, 10 days. We'd want to go. Sorry, Chet. I just read that the last bit of that. Yeah, and I wouldn't want to do it just 10 days or whatever. I'd want to do it actually probably around about 3 weeks, but that takes up, you know, 3/5 of my holiday allocation for the week for the year. And obviously that's not great with my partner because I really should be taking time. Although she has quite happily said, I'm not that interested in going to Japan. So if you can go with Banshee, then go with Banshee. But actually trying to get that resolved. And I keep sort of saying to myself, because I really want to get the benefit of it, I'd kind of like to be a bit more I wouldn't say proficient, but I'd like to understand more of the language. I don't think I'd ever get to the point of understanding any of the actual written text, but I'd like to be able to kind of do a bit of conversational Japanese so that I could at least make myself semi understood or at least semi understand what people were saying to me. But again, all that sounds great on paper, but it requires putting a bit of effort in. And as the years go by and I get older, I'm getting less and less inclined to really go out of my comfort zone and do something that might require some sort of application. We need to go. I know. I keep saying I'm going to do it, and I keep watching all these documentaries, and I've watched things that I would never have thought I'd have watched, like train journeys. I've watched about a full series for about a month of a guy doing train journeys through Japan from one end of the islands to the other, and I thought, well, why am I watching this? But actually, there we go. Hello, Karu. How are you doing? Right, let me catch up with chat here. And Jet's socially done with it for life. Okay, yeah, no more social bits for Jet. He's just going to become. In fact, you could be a hermit like Grim. My parents are looking after my nieces tomorrow, and I think maybe Saturday. So I'll be up to nothing if that's the case. You'll just be bed rotting. I am planning on making cake for Mother's Day, but Mum isn't a fan of Mother's Day that much, and Sister's birthday is very close to Mother's Day, so as well. So I don't know to make a cake for Mum or Sister. Why don't you make a big cake and make half of it Mother's Day and half of it your sister's birthday cake? It'll be like one of those pizzas you can get that have got 2 or 3 different types of, like you get half a pizza that's pepperoni and half a pizza that's like whatever, vegetarian. And it's in the same box, which doesn't sound good actually if you're a vegetarian. Karu, Have you got your bike yet? When are you getting your bike? Compromise people. Well, yeah. Well, you know what I mean. The thing is that they're a few days apart. So if I make it on Mother's Day, it will taste bad on sister's birthday. Yeah, but could you not sort of? Will your sister not be coming across to see your mum on Mother's Day? Could you not just say this is for both of you? So take half the cake. That's your birthday cake, and we'll celebrate that a little bit earlier. I think that's what I would do. I feel your pain. Bought a game where you're a train conductor in Hakone, the hot spring town. So I have spent literal days just driving trains through spring and fall in Japan with an aching heart. Sag. I know. Got a deal for a bike. Yeah, yeah. I've seen that all the stuff between Kay's chat and Wade's chat. I am. Yeah, I saw the €50 thing. Okay, nope. She's planning on this month to take the dog to a groomer as Mother's Day. I see. Okay. Well, there we go. I was just trying to be helpful there. I was just trying to give you some sort of out clause there, but yeah, okay, we'll move on. Yeah, Karu, I saw all the. Hello, Kaz, how are you? I saw all the bits and pieces about the €50, the bike getting pinched, and then €50. And see, I lurk in a lot of people's chats. I'm aware of what. I got till Sunday, so I'm not pressed for time yet. I'll do 2 mini cakes. Um, yeah. So 85 stream streak base, man. Good grief. Week off that. Okay, everybody's just enough. Enough. Everybody's just ripping it now. Between everybody having a long weekend, and people having weeks off, I'm beginning to get FOMO. And as I said last time, I'm not keen on FOMO. I'm more ROMO. I normally have relief of missing out rather than fear of missing out. I've adopted that now that I seek Romo rather than FOMO. Yeah, yeah. Bike Johnny's doing good. Sad the old one has not been found, but at least I'll be able to go to my job next week. Good, good, good. Yes, Jet. I have a stomach ache. Got FOMO now. No, I've got Romo. As I say, I don't look for FOMO. I look for Romo. So yeah, you definitely need relief if you've got stomach ache. What have you been eating? Have you been eating? Is it a stomach ache because you've eaten something, or is it a stomach ache because you've not eaten enough? Go get some. Go get some tequila, and wash some cheese down with it or something. You'll feel absolutely fine. It'll either kill you or cure you. Terrible food and alcohol. Well, there you go. With age comes wisdom. Rome is definitely the way to go. Absolutely. Yeah, this is my new adopted strategy in life, Romo. So yeah, interesting times. I've got nothing planned for this weekend either. I'm sitting here trying to live vicariously through everybody's great weekend ahead. I'll still be looking for the old one on online marketplaces because it's become personal. Carrie's sitting there like Liam Neeson. She's got a particular set of skills and will find you. Watch out whoever lifted that bike. It's so annoying when stuff like that happens because you just know that somebody's just sold it for as much money as they could get rather than as much money as it's worth. I could almost, in a way, be less salty if somebody stole it, knew the value of it, and held out for the price. But you know, it's just some junkie who run off into the night with it and said, "Look, if you give me a couple of quid for it, you can have it. I just need enough money to get X." But there we go. God, have I yapped for 35 minutes already? What is going on? Some nights you just kind of yap, 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 yap. Yeah, mad. And I've had a bad day at work. People are annoying me at work. So by sort of Tuesday night, I was looking to the weekend thinking, please let me get to the weekend. Please let me get to the weekend. And then, as I say, I sort of compacted stuff. And another thing, I'm just going to go on a rant now. You could have stopped after people are annoying. Yeah. Printers, home printers for PCs. Why do we even have them? Because they never work. The biggest scam in the industry. Get a printer for home use. They're great. Really flexible. You won't have to go and photocopy things. You can do them, and you don't need to do them in work. You can do it at home. 3 sheets of paper into the print. 45 minutes later, trying to clear print queues in the PC and stop this and clear paper jams and taking millimeter sized bits of paper off a roller that's stopping the thing. I had to print some stuff for my partner today, and I was like, because you don't use them enough. And when you finally do need them, yeah, they're already broken. Well, you see, mine fools me. Mine absolutely trolls me because it'll print the first job. Say the first job's like 3, 4, 5 pages. It'll print that one fine. And then you get a bit kind of wide with yourself and you're like, oh, it's worked. Let's go. Let's put the 20-page document into the queue. And 3 pages into the 20-page document, it mangles a sheet of paper. And then you're like, as I say, 45 minutes trying to haul a bit of paper out. And the way printers are, they're always in a kind of a location where you have to pull tons of other stuff out from round about them to get into the back of them, to disconnect them, to open up the lid, to fiddle about inside. And then you have to go to the PC and try and work out where you need to go in the settings. But yeah, you're right, Baseman. Who needs to print stuff out anymore? Nobody ever does. But I seem to remember even when I first got mind you, when I first got a printer, the technology wasn't very great. But yeah, it's one of those. One of those. My particular set of skills involves an irritated dad and my very salty attitude. Though I hope it's not in the bottom of any nearby bodies of water. Most likely someone took. Yeah, I would imagine so. If anyone knows how printers work, ask a newspaper. Imagine if the printers broke a newspaper printing press. They could fix a Canon IP5080. Indeed. Yeah, they could probably. But now it's all digital, isn't it? At least I'm still working with analog. I've toyed with the idea, not that I'd ever need one, but I've toyed with the idea of a 3D printer just to see how much nonsense you could make with it. But I kind of feel that's a bit of an extravagance. You don't really need a 3D printer in your life. You can make about the 3 brackets that you have a good idea for, but you would never ever do it again. I work in IT at a hospital, and everyone on the team refuses to do the printer tickets. So I've kicked more printers in frustration than some people say in their entire life. Yeah, they are. They're just kind of weird beasts of things. And there's a whole industry built up round about guys who do things with printers. And you have to wait like 3 weeks for them to come in and sort the printer, which then breaks about 2 hours after they've left, and you have to wait another 3 weeks for them to come back again, despite the fact that they're only about an hour away from the place that they were. You are the glue in my job. There you go. Okay, we're beginning to form connections in chat now. Although it's probably across the globe rather than right next door to each other, but I'm glad that we're all kind of edging towards the same place on the same page. But yeah, printers have been so. I've had the printer issue today. I've had people at work being incredibly frustrating. There was something else that happened that slightly irked me, and then not getting the key for the game that I was planning on playing tonight and having to sort of quickly change foot. Unless you're an inventor making random helpful stuff, 3D printers an expensive investment. Yeah, absolutely. I totally agree with you, Jet. But it's one of these things that you kind of look at and you think, I don't have one of them. I could afford it. I could buy one. Why don't I have one of those? But yeah, I can see use cases for, I kind of look at my setup and I think, oh, I could maybe make a thing for my Stream Deck. Or I could make this for that, or I could do this for that. But it would be small, and I don't think they ever look particularly good. There's always sort of weird sort of grains and edges and hanging off bits, and I don't think the technology is 100% there yet. Living in Finland adds a layer of likelihood of losing your stuff to a druggy drunk who lost interest steam halfway through their plan and just ended up tossing your stuff into the water. Land of 1,000 lakes and such. Indeed, indeed. Hello, sweet baby birds. Who is hungry and needs a feeding? Okay, Kuwu. Finland mentioned. See, you've pulled Pemi out of lurk there. Well done, Karu. Kuwu, are you all right? I have no idea how finally has entered sleep mode. Weird. Yeah. Oh, look, Kubu's finally here. Yeah, yeah. No, thanks. You were just, you were just, you were just chatting to me, Baseman, because Kubu wasn't here. Well done. Thank you so much for that. Just keeping me company. You've done well. You've managed to keep me chatting for 40 minutes, which is longer than usual. That's kind of mad. Well done. Well done. No, come back. Yes. But thank you so much. Thank you for that. I really appreciate it. There's absolutely nothing worse than starting stream, and you did it extremely well. It was almost like being back in Maru's chat with the two of us, just knocking ideas backwards and forwards, and then going into Discord for the blackjack and hookers. Will Kubu feed us like a mother bird? Find out in the next episode. Yeah, that might be against TOS. We might not be able to do that. So anyway, let us go to the scam casino and do that. So Koo came in and knocked us all over like that, like a bunch of bowling pins. Indeed. Yeah, let's go to the scam casino. So puking only off stream. Yeah, so Grim can shout at me for it all being a scam again. Okay. Right. Ahem. Well, you will anyway, because I don't think you've got the right answer. In fact, you definitely don't have the right answer. Hello, everyone. Were you working today, Kubu? Have you been at the pool? Yes, my legs are sore. Choose the outcome. It is Ultra Blue. Huh? Key didn't win. No, Key absolutely didn't win. Who did win? Lily. Well done, Lily. Good, good, good. 1,800 points to Lily. Fabulous, fabulous. Right, let us do the green screen and we'll get started into the game. 2 minutes, everyone. I shall do this, change category, go for a pee, and then we'll get started. Righty, we're back. I wanted to jummo the gub. A what? That's one of their best. That's one of your best ones yet, Kubu. Absolutely. You kind of laugh, Baseman, but the number of times that Kubu's done that, and I've thought, now is that actually a typo or is it Dutch? Because sometimes a keyboard is on Dutch, and I kind of think before I start laughing. Yeah. Why does Jumbo the Hub sound like the dumb cousin of Jabba the Hutt? Well, I don't know. I don't know what you're doing in the hub. But it was Gub anyway. It was Jumbo the Gub, not even Jumbo the. It's Jumbo the Gub, not even Jumbo the Hub. There we go. Anyway, see, yeah, this is cool at our best, making typos of typos. Where the hell's the game, by the way? Right, I found it now. Right. We're here. You're crying. We need to Jumbo the Hub in Japan, indeed. Okay, how's game sound? Is it loud? Is it soft? Is it okay against my voice? It's good? Nice. Good, good, good. Right, for those of you that weren't here last time, we are a new kid working in an independent record store. The independent record store is owned by a faded indie star, and her sister has appeared. There was a bit of an acrimonious split with her sister and the rest of the band. Her sister's turned up in town with a business manager and appears to be very interested in the store. So we're not 100% sure whether she's going to try and buy us out by skullduggery means or what's going on, really. So that's kind of where we're up to. The record store we've been working in has had renovations done, and we now have an upstairs. So this is where we got to last time. The upstairs renovations were just about to open. So let's go. Does the coffee have cocoa powder in it? Gummo the Hutt would be such a funny restaurant. It could be, yeah. Yes, but I'm in my PJs and drinking coffee. Well, well. Right, see if I can get these damn shutters up. Still can't get the shutters up. How many days I'm into this game now? There we go. Right, I've got it now. You go from the top rather than the bottom. A very good morning to you. Are you early today? Ho ho ho. I live to surprise. You thought I was an uncontrollable party beast, didn't you? I've been lying low since the apple bed last week. That Denise gig was something, wasn't it? Have you seen Hank since? He took a bit of time off, but I think he's been back. Phonogram? Anyone watched Denise at the apple bed last night? Man, what a bummer. Got kids. So I didn't go to many shows these days. Total heartbreaker, we only got half a song. You went to an Oxfam charity record shop today, one of my new favourites. I saw that, Lilia, that looked really cool. I'm looking. Walking the Cow, #1 spot for the freshest music news and takes. Jar header bottle in the charger. Right, we read this last time basically, but it's it's a bit of a parody. It's a kind of weird thing to parody, but it is a parody of the Norwegian black metal scene where I can't remember which band it was supposed to have murdered their drummer, and they ended up on. I think they did end up on trial. So that kind of parodies that. Took a bit of time off, but I think he's been back. Your schedules probably just haven't overlapped. Is Hank going to be okay? He doesn't come across that way, but Hank's pretty resilient. Why are you staring at me, Kubo? And he's still got us around. Friendship is a sheltering tree. Samuel Taylor Coleridge said that. Interestingly, he's credited with starting the Romantic movement in England. Romanticism influenced classical music, for example, by musicians introducing greater dynamic ranges. Yo, slackers. T, when did you get here? And wouldn't you like to know? I heard Hank's gig was a disaster. I wouldn't call it well, stuff happens. Also heard the store's going to get bought over. So isn't it great that I spent all morning stacking up the new shelves upstairs, when no one's even going to see them? What a waste of time. No, but Morgan said... Yeah, Morgan said... What would you really count on that? Would you really count on that, sorry? Yeah, whatever, Mateo. Is she okay? Seems to me like she's more upset than she wants to let on, honestly. Anyway, not to worry. It'll all blow over. And she's not wrong. We're opening the renovated upstairs today. Let's go show it to the customers. Yes, let's go. Okay. T must have gone for a smoke break. Well, guess that's sure to cheer her up. Okay, we're back on here again. Oh my god! Repeated Records is spreading the good cheer with a new and improved upstairs. And babes, that means more space for records, for art, for clothes, and, honey, we even got a pretty little Ponko party here. Beautiful. Giving all the likes out, right, left and centre. That just leaves us to open up the shop. Don't forget to look upstairs first and familiarise yourself, if you so wish. Shall we get to it? Let's open up. Okay, as Paul Westerberg once said, here comes a regular. Right, so go this way. As I say, there's the upstairs. We've got some new records in, which is nice. This one's even more cheap than it used to be. Now play this, Nia Pixel, an explosive sophomore outing by impish provocateur Nia Pixel, the cartoonish rapper from Valencia. Brawling chunky beats, sizzling fast verses, and deliriously delicious experimentation, Pixel is at her oversized, posturing best here. Blending identity, sovereignty, and heart, she flies in, detonates sickly bursts of acrobatic phrase with aplomb before escaping. Untouched. Slick, sick, and souped up on sounds, this is easily one of the biggest releases of the year. My lord. Praise indeed. Oh, no track list. What the heck? Now, is this... What's this trying to tell us? That feels like I should be plugging in a controller and doing something with it, doesn't it? That kind of feels like it's a code for something. Anywho, let's have a look at this. Look at us mortals here in the shadows watching an ascending rap god in the making. RXX is levitating, and he's bringing the whole party with him on this jumping, word-popping LP. It's a true feast of guests. Easy Circle, Minnie and Minx, Nia Pixel, and Lil Nitro all make stop by to lend their quirks and muscle to flow with RXX's steady delivery. Such as RXX's ambition, he even aims his sights across the field, teaming up with Pink Square on the woozy swinging Dr. Dracula. This is a man who knows he's made it, and us in the shadows, we're feasting. Okay. Michelle Lee has a way with words. Yeah, is that the Capcom code that we've got there? Dirt. Post-rock virtuosos. That sounds cool. Is there anything coming out here? No. I'm not going to read everything. Pale Ghost Bucket. What's this? Konami, sorry. I didn't mean Capcom code. Remarkable album. Right, okay, so let's just have a quick look through here, because there was something about this. This is the Jarhead. These are the metal guys. And then we've got the Ponko store, but we've also got Deadly I need to watch what I'm doing here, because I don't know whether you saw the short that I put out. Everybody go watch the new short last night. I did get a little bit caught up in the font of one of these albums. Deadly Last Gasp of Freedom. Snarl, okay. Snarl again, and Shatter Fist. I'm quite glad we're seeing that more of this. Looks like metally stuff. You saw it, Lily. Well done, well done. Ooh, limited edition. Nice. Okay. Okay, so that's probably going to be a thing. And here's the Ponko. Ponko, get your Ponko merch here. Right, let's go back downstairs. And then have a quick look along here. Your butt hurts. Okay. Too much of the swimming? I'm hoping that's because you've been swimming a lot, rather than because you've been round at your boyfriend. Gecko gesture, absurd realities, deadpan, morose, and humorously bleak. A new gecko gesture record is upon us. Okay. The kings and queens of staring at objective misery with a wry smile have returned. Whenever I go for it, I'm carefully curious. Okay. Right, okay, let's go and open the shop. And I've just been, and then I speak to a colleague. Okay. I always tell him, oh, Theo, gamer guy. Oh, what, mate? I just had a poop. All right? Yeah. Cause, listen, yeah, I'm going to say it to you straight. Mate, you look like a fellow gamer, if you know what I mean. Because I see you've got a Diggy Doggo dungeon cabinet over there. Okay. What goes on in that game, I have no idea. You should definitely give it a go. It's super accessible. I'm sure even you could get into the top score. Tell them beforehand so they can time you and report you to HR. Yes. And if you're also into Ponko Night, don't judge me for this, but I'm stuck on the boss in the ice castle. That giant yeti. You know the one. I've tried everything. I even called the Ponko Games hotline for help. Still have games hotlines? I don't think so nowadays. If I'm the only one who doesn't save Princess Ponko, then, mate, I'll lose my gamer cred. The only thing more important to me than my gamer cred is my rap cred, mate. But one of my mates said there's a rapper who's a massive Ponko fan. This rapper is such a big fan, they put a cheat code for infinite lives in The Legend of Ponko on their album cover. Too coherent, too many words for Gen Z, yeah. You get me, mate. This is exactly what I need. It's like a quest. If I get a cheat code from a rap album, I get rap cred from listening to fire tunes, and a gamer cred from finding the code, mate. But I'd be the one finding the code. Teamwork, innit, mate? You wouldn't let a fellow gamer down, would you? This is what the code is, obviously, so I'm gonna need you to find me a rap album with symbols that could be a video game cheat code on it. Look for record. Yeah, we know exactly what we're going to find. The issue is I can't remember where to find it. Okay, this way. That one. And then we're over this way. That's definitely it. Right. Fish. Pat in the head. Stick it in the basket. Let's go. We need to do that. And then we can do two of them, and two of them. Okay, let's... yes, I want to recommend. Oh, it's my girl, Nia Pixel. Of course she'd have a cheat code in her album. She's a capital G gamer, mate. Oh yeah, this is cool. And I have my code now, I'm sure. Mate, you know what's up. I'm going to go beat Ponko Night now. The only issue with getting more rad, though, is this... oh, here he is. He's back again. So, egg in my face. Did anyone else see Big Breezy with RXX last night? He was talking about how his kids are watching reruns of RXX's old show, Reggie's House. You'll know I did not know RXX was Reggie Xavier. Hello, Kisa. Now, there's an old show... I don't know whether you would remember this, Bassman. Do you remember Run's House, which had Reverend Run from Run DMC on it? I used to enjoy that. That was quite cool. Maybe just... hey, what's up? I need to pick up another order. But my cousin, man, being honest, I know people are difficult to understand on the phone. But come on, how is he never getting the name of what people want? So listen, I'm going to need your help again. Ads are starting in 30 seconds, by the way. The band I need, the name sounded like a sound you make. Like a sneeze, or maybe a cough, something like that. My cousin said the guy was so excited, said it was thumping. Something about it having a song called Smells Delish. Please tell me that rings a bell. Band sounds like a sound and have a tune called Smells Delish. Okay. It's not this then, because RXX doesn't sound like a... Hang on, wait a minute, just to... Air-free zone, Dr. Dracula, Only Ways Back, Death Rider, Crown the Clown, Watch Me Levitate, Butterfly Soup, School Dinners, Friendly Beatdowns, Nightmare Nasty, Idea Van not coming back. Yeah, I don't think it was that. Dirt, Rear View Collapse, Pale, Cold Brew, Tinfoil Cup, Transparent Agenda, and Procurator. That doesn't sound like anything there. Look at Rachel. Why didn't I kiss you, oh boy? That doesn't sound like it either. The Bloated Belljack. I don't think this is going to be it. Truth say, smells delish. Pucker. Landfall Love. Shootout Makeout. Police Mistake. Eat the Evidence. False Mess. Teddy. Arrested TV. That doesn't sound like it either. Pit. Confessions in the Blue. Roadkill Sunday. Typewriter Ted. Railway Vampire. Brain Gravy. Cowboy Claire, Opportunity, Microwave Dinner, Cartoon Politics. This is hard. Snarl, that could be Flesh is Meek, Hellfish. Smells Delish, Hellfish, possibly. It's bands sounds like a sound. Snarl's a sound. Hellfish. Possibly. Let's go with that. Yeah. Head pats. Let's go. Okay. Okay, we're going. Okay. Snarl. The band's called Snarl. And Hellfish. Sounds like Smells Delish. I get it. Okay, to be fair to my cuz, that wasn't too far off. I owe you big. I would not have found that. Damn weird delivery request. We gotta run. Thanks again. This one woman's gonna kill me, isn't she? He's back. Hello, Winston. Since you did your best with my request last time, I thought, maybe you could help me find another record. Okay, I'm trying to find something for Tom, my grandson. He and his granddad Bradley were very close, shared many interests, music being one of them. Cool. And now with Bradley gone, well, I wanted to make a special effort for Tom and get him a treat. There's one artist that I know he's very fond of, but I'm embarrassed to say that I'm struggling to find it. Because of old age, I'm afraid. The artist's name was Reggie Xavier, I believe. Do you stock him? Look for record. Yes, I'm looking up with Reggie Xavier. Right, okay. That was RXX, wasn't it? Did anyone see Big Breezy with RXX last night? He was talking about how his kids are watching reruns of RXX's old show, Reggie's House. I did not know RXX was Reggie Xavier. Okay, so that's fine. We can go straight to find that because we know that that is this away. Yes. And we can do fishy and pat on head, stick it in there, and then go back, and we'll do the... Oh, God. Always put the receipt out first. Yes, record. Let's go. Oh, so this is Reggie Xavier. He makes music under a different name. I'm sure there's a good reason, but that's too complicated for an old man like me. Thank you ever so much. You're quite the sleuth. Have a lovely day, my friend. Brad again. I'm so good. I was born to work in a record shop. Who's this guy? He's not on the banned list. Jarhead Dennis. Quickly, shopkeeper. They need us. It's up to you and me. We need to serve justice. Okay, I am serving nothing with you, pal. I'm sorry. They're accusing them of killing a man. Saying they put his head in a jar. Wait, yes. Pennies are dropping now, aren't they? You're talking about the Jarhead trial. The whole thing is a setup. They've been framed. What makes you so certain? I thought you a true believer. But okay, shopkeeper, I see you need convincing. So listen carefully to my little secret. Please do not confess. You see, Jarhead are a crafty band. They've been sending me covert messages through their song. This is so good though, because we've now got a bit of the Norwegian black metal. We've had a Paul Westerberg reference. We're getting subliminal messages through heavy metal music. It's so evident that this has been made by people who are into music. And they told me they left a confession of truth on one of their albums. A confession just for me. But I haven't quite discerned which record has the confession. That's why I need your help. I'm sure we'll solve this fraud accusation if we work together. With the confession of truth, we'll rescue our boys. Okay, they've hidden the confession of truth on one of their records. God, that's not a lot to go by. Okay. April 8th, 2004, Jarhead drummer Casper Toltz was found dead during the recording of their seminal industrial debut. Toltz's death all but ensured this infectiously confident, pulsating noise of a record would become legend. Cryptic, murderous lyrics, surrounded by confusing dark rumour, the bloated bell jar infamy lives on. Okay. Accusation den, truth-sayer, do not cross me. Public... I'm presuming that should say poison and not poison. In a sense, driven to kill, overwhelmed, T600 dream the enemy within. Okay, that doesn't sound like it's doing an awful lot of subliminal messaging. Somehow against all odds, thriving in depravity, Jarhead released their second album, Pucker. It's a deeply uneven but ballsy record, inconsistent in nature. It reflects a conflicted band that are barely keeping it together. An ever-expanding murder inquiry might do that, but the notoriety hasn't affected their popularity. Pucker even includes Jarhead's hit single Police Mistake, which recently featured on the new trendy crime procedural Knockin' Cops. Okay? So shame be damned, Jarhead are either going to scratch and crawl their way to the surface or drag us all down trying. Okay. I'm just wondering whether that's got any kind of... Okay. Landfill, love, shootout, makeout, jugular, police mistake, eat the evidence, false mess, Teddy and arrested TV. Fatal drive, landfill, love, shootout, makeout. This seems a little bit... Public murder trial, not one but two dead drummers. And despite a trail of rampant rumours, onstage fights and jokes gone wrong, please no more fake heads in jars, the band protest their innocence. Not that you could guess it by listening to this new Jarhead record, because Pitt is witty, unapologetic and dripping with innuendo. We may wait with bated breath to finally unravel what happened to Toltz and Sona, but for now we can at least agree Jarhead has come back with an actual banger of a third album. Okay. Confessions in the Bloated Bell Jar, Roadkill Sunday, Typewriter Ted, Railway Vampire Children, The End of Me, Cowboy Claire, Brain Gravy, Opportunity, Microwave Dinner and Cartoon Politics. Well, that doesn't sound like a subliminal message. However, should we be looking at like the first letters of the tracks or something like that to see if there's an actual word or something happens? It's definitely not going to be this one if that's the case. Let's have a quick look at this one again. FLSJP. I'm probably trying to attribute too much. I have no idea. ATDPID. No, it's definitely not that then. Maybe I'm trying to read too much into it. Okay. They've hidden the confession of truth on one of their records. Roadkill Sunday, Confessions in the Bloated Bell Jar, The End of Me, Cowboy Claire, Brain Gravy, Opportunity, Microwave Dinner, Cartoon Politics, Jarhead. There doesn't seem to be any message on that. I'm not getting this one. This one's slightly beyond my recognition. I mean, you could say subliminal messaging's the evidence or police mistake, but it's not exactly subliminal, is it? Unless they say the confession is in the bloated bell jar. Let's try that. I'm not going to waste too much more time on it. I don't think this is correct, but I can't work out what it is they actually want me to look at here, so. Oops. Okay. Yes, it could be on here. Jarhead wouldn't want just anyone to hear the truth, but their words speak to me. They are sometimes muddled. I shall find out in the sanctity of my own home, and then, with the truth in hand, we will set them free. I trust you, shopkeeper, with their lives and my own. Wish us luck. Okay, that wasn't the correct record. Nothing actually happens. It's just I was trying to keep it a reasonably good. You get a rad rating if you're right at the top. If you get it wrong, then you kind of get okay or sad. And there was one customer came in and just absolutely made a big song and dance about the fact that she wanted this record for her daughter and not that record. And she kept saying, "Do not give me the other record. Do not give me the other record." So eventually I was like, okay, I think it is the other record, but maybe I should give her the record she's looking for. And then she was like, no, you should have given me the other one. Yo, it worked. I used the cheat code off the back of this NeoPixel album and I just beat the Ponko Knight. Sick. Anywho, as I say, we weren't going to get it through absolutely perfectly. Here's the cheapskate back. Good day to you, labourer. You were on tremendous form last time we met, helping me find that big fat bargain. Which leads me to my next question. An interesting missive reached me via phonogram. Did I hear correctly that you've opened up some new rooms? Meaning there's new stock to see, meaning there's new bargains to be had. And as you know, I'm somewhat of a connoisseur of sales. I must get my hands on a great offer from your new inventory. Do you hear me? Only the biggest bargain from the new stock will do. He's a cheapskate. Right, new inventory. So, new inventory. Not here. Now, here's where we could go wrong. Because we've got $25.99, which is £4 saving. And that's from the upstairs inventory. He's already had this one. And that was a 50% offer. So, it's definitely not that one. Oh, okay. That's interesting. That's absolutely bombed. But that's not the new inventory. That's been here before. And that's been here before as well. Right, so it must be the one from upstairs. This one. Okay. A remarkable album that finally returns to our shelves. Do not miss out on this legendary album written by a talented bunch of anxious, stoned-out teens. Man, has Paranoia ever sounded this good? Cold brew, tinfoil cap, transparent agenda, sterilised, unspoken VHS, gasp, instrumental curtains, indifferent back home, gone, car ride to Subway, hi my, himmy, quiet study time, and insect bite. Nice. Oh, actually. So, fishy, pat, let's go there. Ring that up. And we'll go Ah, yes. How delightful. I have not seen this item before, and yet it has a beautiful discount ornating it. Like a gift, just for me. It's perhaps above what I would normally consider reasonable, but I will accept it warmly, seeing as it comes from your newest stock. What a truly wonderful day. Ta-ta! Yes, back on the rads again. End of day. Rad. Oh, I think that was a good day. How was your day, T? T's not saying much. Fine, I guess. Okay. I did listen to a cool new song. Yeah, what was it? Claudia. Remember this from last time, Kubu? This is Kubu music. One of the songs off our new album leaked. They're one of those musicians that don't show their face. It reduces distraction. Hey, yeah, I heard their music. It's too bright. I imagine fame can be a lot, so it seems sensible to protect yourself. Sure, I guess. But it's easier just not to care about too much about people. Spare yourself the fuss. I don't think you can just decide not to care, teaspoon. Oh. Well, I can. So, you really just go to the gay bar whenever. Hey, Too Bright's a cool club. Sure, but like, it's not your space. I'm sure some people feel that way, and that's fair. But I've been going to that club a long time. Long time, t-shirt. It's got the lamest sort of dad jokes. Please on names. Ted and Seb both know me by now. And if I hadn't gone, I'd never have met Paul. You met him at a gay bar? Yes. He was a sweetheart then, as he is now. And I'm not trying to take away space from anyone. I'll have you know, I do my booty shaking in every club in the area equally. You're strange. But kind of cool. What was that, T-Bug? Nothing. I'm going to bounce. Yeah, I don't know. My monitoring thing had jumped. So some of the sounds basically don't work. Not quite sure why. I tried to change it, but once you've got OBS up and running, you can't actually make changes because it doesn't recognise them. I need to shut OBS down, which would obviously mean stopping the stream, so I'm not going to do that. So they should all be sorted for next time. So you can say technology failed on stream if you want. I think she's feeling better. Okay, but this hasn't moved the story on. We want to know what's happening with the record store and the sister and everything. That was just a day of work. We need tea. Ooh, Rena. Hello? Oh. Tea. Hang on, wait till walking the count. New number one, yeah. Press play is pressed onto the world stage. New monolithic music company announced. Press play by James Grenth, husband to Willow McIntyre. Oh, okay. Now we're going to get some lore. Seismic shocks reverberated through the music business yesterday when industry mogul James Grenth announced the advent of a slick new music platform, Press Play. Accompanied with an ambitious manifesto, Grenth says he wants to streamline music utility by providing a single serving entity that allows access to all things music and AI, which will remove any friction for fans and enable them only ever having to worry about pressing play. Of course, Grenth has been no stranger to controversy, being the husband to pop icon Willow McIntyre. He's been said to be responsible for some of the star's questionable business stunts. What are you going about? Like price hiking her touring shows and forcing limited stock on her album re-releases to keep up value. Those of a more niche memory might also remember Grenth as the guitarist from beloved 80s gothic pop band Becoming Violet, and the drama that ensued from that venture. So this guy, James Grenth, for those of you that weren't here last time, and care at all, was the boyfriend of the current record shop owner. Then he produced the solo album of the current record shop owner's sister, and then the two of them started a relationship, which tore the band apart. Needless to say, the announcement has caused jitters throughout the industry, especially from smaller bands and artists who are apprehensive about what this could mean. We all await further news, a drama indeed, on what Press Play's plans are, and crucially, if Willow McIntyre is involved, as we suspect Grenth is planning on Willow Star's power as the linchpin to the new platform's successful rollout. Updates to come. Okay. Interesting times. Hank. Here's Hank. Hank fronts a band called Danise. Not Denise. Danise. It is. Beautiful day at Repeater Records. It's actually pretty miserable out. I said it's another beautiful day. So you're okay now? Are you planning a next gig? Nothing concrete yet, but I'm absolutely going to find us another venue. Although, to be honest, the others are taking the gig pretty hard. They both fit music in between their jobs and families these days, so we have fewer gigs we can do, and when one of them ends up like that, well, I want to keep jamming so we can forget about it, but they're still sulking. Want to jam with me sometime? You play an instrument? People just think of you as Girl Junk's manager. But how would I understand what they feel if I didn't? Love making music too. Anyway, we should play sometime if you want, Hank. Yeah, on stage together. Let's do it. We could do a duet. Whoa, what? Are you crazy? I'm not ready for that. You can't avoid that stage forever, Abs. Ha, that's rich coming from you. So, Hank, what's your deal? Huh? How did you come to work here? Oh, that's... so a friend set Morgan and I up on a date. Oof, Hank. Your game must have been terrible if she thought she was better off as your employer. Oi! Not that you need to know, but neither of us was actually looking to date, I think. To be honest, I tried harder to get her to join one of my bands than I ever tried to date her. We became friends. Repeater was pretty new then, and I offered to help with the business side because I'm good with numbers. At some point, Morgan said that if I did that, I should be paid for it. So that's that. I mean, Abby, you know this. If Morgan likes you, she's going to be your biggest fan. Yeah, she always asks about Girl Junk, it's true. Honestly, Hank, why'd you keep going? Denise won't, become a big deal. You're too old for that. Ouch. No, I mean, that's what the music industry is like. Even for a white guy like you. My lord. Still out. How do you know when it's time to, stop? It's actually pretty simple. You're the one who gets to decide that. I guess it would be different if I had a family to take care of or something like that. But it's really just me here and I'm still having fun. My only goal is to keep making music because that's what I love doing. That almost sounds too simple somehow. No, sure, absolutely. I'm super lucky Repeater is around. And that Morgan lets you use the photocopier. Hey, don't make me pull the stats on who has made the most copies between you and me. Not me. Is two. Nah. Hey, you can't just run away. Okay. Oh, shoot. Right, okay. Sorry, new kid, I forgot. We got a new shipment of music accessories from Paul Robson. Do you think you could arrange them in the promotional stand? Morgan will kill me if we don't have it out. Cheers, kid, I owe you. Okay, the promotional stand. What the heck? Oh, are you having a absolute laugh? Okay, come on then. Let's fit in here. Where the hell's that gonna fit? Let's put that there at the moment. Okay, that has to fit in there then. So if we pull that down to there, okay. Oh, but that might actually. With this in here. Now, these are all the same kind of way. Put in the Resident Evil inventory space. Yeah. There, it's going to be so close. Dang it, look at that. Yeah, of course that wouldn't help. Right, let's do that and that. Maybe we can get that in there. And then that in there. And that in there. Oh, oh, oh. Oh yeah. That's annoying me there's no yata. I'll just need to keep doing the sound effect today. Yes, let's go. 2 seconds. Wow, my fave Twee streamer, New Boy, was playing Ponkobot last night and they claimed they figured out the identity of Shy Robot. They're going to reveal it when they get hit 5,000 new subscribers. We got to spread the word. I know who Shy Robot is. Okay, let's reveal it. Oh, the 5,000 new subscribers. I was just about I was going to say, that's a hell of a clicker game to put that up to 5,000. Thank God I reread that. Because I could have been sat going, huh? Oh, it only clicks backwards and forwards. Okay, that's fine. Whistles. Ooh. Hums. It's getting late, guys. What the heck, kid? A way to ruin the moment. I was getting ready to dispense some wisdom from my long career as a successful musician. In your dreams, old man. You cheeky little... Anyway, the kid's right. We should open up. Hey, Hank. I'm glad. About what? Oh, you know. Hey, kid. You want to do the honours? Let's open up. Okay, gang. It might be raining outside, but the sun is shining in here. Alright, big guy. Cheese. Righty, let us go. Ooh, who's that? Hang on a sec. Ooh, there's a new record in the display there. Who dis? Oh man, I got invited to someone's birthday party and I'm nervous. Ooh, when is it, Kubu? Better not be a stream night, because if it's a stream night, you'll have to say no. You've got to max out your now that you've actually got a sub. You have to max out. Well, it's okay. Your sub will be done with it. It's a stream now. Exactly. Oh, you're fine. You can't even say that now. You can't say you're somewhere else to be. That'll be good fun, though. Will it not? Do you know the person, or was it just a random sort of? You're quite cool. Come to my birthday party. Have a few drinks. Meet some new people. Says Jet, who's socially done for the rest of his life. He says. It'll be fine, as Wade says. Summer's wet. She's got soaked. Oh man, today is just not it. Nice and warm in here though. Aye, sorry if I smell damp. I had to walk 2 miles here and the rain didn't let up. Some jerk stole my bike. Karu, are you still here? They stole Summer's bike as well. Swines. No, it's a gang. They're stealing all the bikes. Everybody lock their bikes up. I didn't go to birthday parties like every day for 2 weeks straight a while back. I'm loving Bassman tonight. He's back in his sassy stride. And now my favourite shirt is soaked. Okay, get a Ponko one then. I could really use a good record to cheer me up. Got anything that'll cheer me up over soaking my fave top? What? How the hell? What's that supposed to mean? Deadpan, morose and humorously bleak. Hark, a new Gecko Jester record is upon us. The kings and queens of staring objective misery with a wry smile have returned. This could be it, actually. Absurd Realities finds the jesters in comfortable shoes treading their well-worn observations of human eccentricity alongside jangly indie rock to impressive effect. Like she's crying so much she's getting tears. No, I think it's raining outside. She just got soaked. Great missing friendship. 5 days, 2 stolen bikes. This must be it. Existential hangover, disappointment, dad sent a letter, see you in the hills, awkward gift, burnt, let's not talk about family, driven to therapy, okay, see you. That must be 5 days, 2 stolen bikes. Surely. And kings and queens of staring at objective misery with a wry smile. If she's basically saying, got anything that'll cheer me up over soaking my fave top? Possible. We'll have a look about. It's not going to be the metal ones. Twang and prang, electropulse, shake and shout. It's a hell of a sight. Don't sit. Come and stand in our light. We're going to go and dance the fright away. We're going to go and dance the fright away. Pitch the tent, roll up. Don't be shy. Roll up. You freaky campers. Includes we keep dancing even when the lights come up. Company and promo press release from Pink Square. Pink Square. Oh my god. Nice check. Bring a hip flask of ethanol. Jeez Louise. Hydrated. Nah, it's definitely not that. I can't even read that. Never mind. It'd be useful. I'm going to say this. Okay, let's go. And then we'll go 2 of them, 2 of them, 2 of them. Yeah, I can see why you would pick that. It looks like my vibe. Ah, but it's not quite enough to cheer me up. I'll take this anyway. You wouldn't happen to have an umbrella though. Ha, no, it's okay. See you later. Okay. I wonder what the thing was then. Who's this? Me? Hi. Isn't it nice outside? No, objectively not. The rain is pretty bad. No, you know what they say. There's no bad weather, only bad. My God, it's Jet. Jet said these very words on the last stream. There's no bad weather, only bad clothing. He did. Hilarious. You're missing out, you know. This is perfect partying weather. I just remembered something about people's birthdays. When I was young, I wasn't allowed to go to said birthday parties when my schoolmates invited me to them. Meanwhile, my sister got to go to her schoolmate's birthday party. I can't remember what was the reason. Okay. Wade changes his nod emote, I see. You want to party in the rain? Are you kidding? Of course. Making camp and dancing in nature's embrace. It makes me feel so alive. I'm heading out to a friend's spot to party tonight. Bleh, but I have to remember I have work tomorrow. It sucks. I wish I could stay outside, just dancing and dancing and dancing. Excuse me. I think about it all the time. Disappear camping and listen to a song about how I want to never stop dancing. Okay, it's definitely that one. It's definitely that pink one, that one. Because it's rattling on about dancing permanently. Okay, let's have booty shaking. We'll just do booty shakes. Oh, hey, Pink Square. I know them. And it has a single called We Keep Dancing Even When the Lights Come Up. They know what's up. Cannot wait to blast this tonight and lose myself dancing under the drips, the drops, and the stars. They're ashamed of you and don't want you to embarrass yourself at parties. Jeez, cool. Just don't hold back at all. Just tell us what you're thinking. Thanks for this. Rad, nice. Billy, wet. Okay. Hey, I know you've come through to me for me before. So look, I'm just going to say it. Why is our Bad Toes album already off the featured shelf? Like, I thought your whole deal was supporting local bands. But we lasted, what, a couple of weeks? Whatever. I'll chase Hank up about it. Anyway, I'm here for something else. Don't tell anyone, but I'm a bit out of creative juice. No musician likes to admit it, but it happens. So what better way to get the ideas running than listening to some good tunes? And I'm after something thumpingly loud. Yeah, something unapologetically thumpingly loud. Okay. Well, it's not going to be those two because we're just... What's this? Mimi meets... Mecha Mimi meets Mother. Okay. Mimi's back, but not as you might remember. Who would predict that the bubblegum princess of pop could deliver such a dark and naughty, sprawling record? Hoppa, hoppa. Moody Mimi, as some fans are naming her, might not be to everyone's taste, but personally, I am loving her. Plug me back in, Mecha Mimi Mother. I'm not done yet. Okay. I doubt that's thumpingly loud, however. I was a normal kid. I was always invited, but I had to say to my schoolmates that I can't attend them and to invite someone else. I still got asked if I could come for time. Was it not maybe that you were, the anticipation was that you'd bring a present with you, Grim, and maybe people couldn't afford to buy you a gift to take to them, to take to the party? No? Because we're always getting asked women. I think people just had birthday parties, so you would have to take them a present. It's not that way. But it's happened with Banshee as well. She was always going to birthday parties. And they were always looking for... I kind of feel that this should be... Oh, right, okay. I see. It's a testament to the sound of post-rock virtuosos dirt. They still fill out so much sound over so few tracks. Greasy, crumbling strums hum inside the echoes that have crash and heave. They crash and heave on this beautifully constructed re-released EP. Written originally for the powerful documented property will cost us the world, those brittle, brilliant songs prove they can stoically stand on their own. Okay. Doesn't sound like it, eh? Colossal drums, thumping, bruising guitars, and bass mutated into thick, chomping, pummeling beats. It doesn't get any louder than this. This must be it. Because no, that isn't a freight train, it's I Tried, the defining record of Snarl's fear-inducing discography, and it's not stopping for no one. Courtesy of Pumpkin Party Records, this furious album has been masterfully restored. You forgot something? That's alright, you remembered now. And reissued inside a collector's edition with bespoke limited edition sleeve, complete with full devilish artwork printed vinyl. Nice! A magnificent mighty reissue for a mighty magnificent album. Oh, that's a nice vinyl, that. I'd be fooled into buying that again. That's so expensive. Okay, Shatterfist. No band on earth can go as fast and as hard as Shatterfist. The trailblazing metalcore pioneers triumph over these 14 slick, jagged tracks that have never before been released on vinyl. By now, final courtesy of this limited edition by Pumpkin Party Records, fans can get a whole load of fist in their hands. If you're gonna go a dog who walks and cry to yourself while walking. No crying aloud, Grim. Fans of the bold and unrelenting should not miss out. This reissue was given a double thumbs up by Calvin Sanchez. Okay, that doesn't mention too much about absolute noise, though. That seems to be the way forward, I think. Especially because it's a beautiful vinyl as well, so we'll have that. I did years ago after a bad birthday party as a kid, and now I have no emotion left. I did years ago after bad birthday parties. So yeah, you like the Muppet Arts? Yeah, I never really went to. I never had a birthday party beyond about maybe my 10th birthday party. I don't know. I just never really fancied one after that point. I didn't really have any celebration for my 18th or my 21st or 30th or 40th or 50th even, really. Excuse me. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of it. Not that there's anything particular, I just don't see the big deal. I didn't know they'd re-released this Snarl album. The producer who mixed this, their ears bled. It was so loud. Man, Bad Toes should definitely get in touch with Pumpkin Party Records. I bet they would find a way to keep our records on the featured shelf. But hell yeah, just what I need. If this doesn't inspire me to make some extremely unapologetic music, then I'm sorry. Oh damn, see what I mean? Cheers, mate. Right, nice. We're back on form again. I cannot believe there is already a new Mimi album out. Oh, Mecha Mimi Meets Mother. I cannot wait to meet you. I'm going to pick up a copy today, come rain or shine. Nothing can stop me. Nothing. Okay, chill. Love my mum for inviting everyone and making sure everyone had a good time, but it was always too much for me. Just It wasn't even that. I don't really know why. I just didn't see the big deal of it. Did either of you read that stuff about Jarhead on Walking the Cow? It is wild. There's just no way it's true. Travelling around the world with an actual person's head in a jar? Don't take the mick. True or not, Jarhead are killing it with all this attention. Pun not intended. I despise my birthday because the ones I had for me were always centred around what my parents wanted to do and expected to do. If other kids were there, they took the spotlight and I just withdrew. Yeah, I don't know. I think a lot of mine came from the fact that I've never really liked party games. I don't like parlour games like charades, or what was that? You know, the one with the chair where you keep taking the chair away. All that kind of, or pass the parcel. All those things you play as a kid, I just didn't enjoy them, and there was an expectation that you would sort of play all these daft games, you know. New kid, what do you think? Sounds like a PR stunt. I mean, maybe. But either way, it's pretty good branding. Are you going to make up something about how everyone in Girl Junk lives in junk? I actually like those games. I mean, teach their own. My partner's family loves games. Absolutely loves every kind of game possible. They'll play at a family gathering. And I just like, I try to hide somewhere. I always felt too grown up for them. Even was like, yeah, me too. It's not like an arrogance thing or anything like that. I didn't feel like I was above playing them. I just didn't get any sort of enjoyment out of it at all. You did. It's not that kind of junk, old man. Anyway, I'm a bit embarrassed that I find the story so exciting. You're above it all, okay? No, I just didn't. I've never really sought. It's kind of bizarre saying this, and I keep saying this every time I say it. I've never really sought the spotlight. I never really wanted the spotlight. It seems stupid saying that as a streamer, but I've never really wanted to be at the front of anything. I'm quite happy being about 3 or 4 spaces back the way. What I don't like is those time games. You get too anxious, I see. Yeah. I mean, if I was in a band, I'd be the guitar player. I wouldn't want to be the front man. You know what I mean? I could do a bit of flashy, but I knew I could retreat away from the spotlight really, and just every now and again do a bit of flash. Anyway, yeah, okay. But oh no, oh hell no. Abby, what? Like there'd be a question or something you have to be quick to. Oh, landlord. Clears throat. I'm so sorry. Dan? Oh, it's just you, Hank. Yeah. You gotta be a bit rock and roll every now and again, Jet. Where's Morgan? She's not in today. Can I help you with something? I mean, I all but raced here to see if Morgan needed a shoulder to cry on. He did in my dream. I love the fact that Kubu keeps bringing this dream up. She's got no shame about it whatsoever. I love it. But then again, I suppose in the dream, neither did I. I mean, I all but raced here to see if Morgan needed a shoulder to cry on. Seeing as she'll soon have to close the shop. Hold up. Nice try, you soulless suit. But you can stop with the charades. So Kubu brings up a horny dream, but I can't tell you when I go for a poo. That dream was unforgettable. Oh, Abigail, I see you're still employed here for some reason. As long as it pays you off, I'm happy. We know you're just talking smoke. I quite enjoy being the most unhinged person in a stream every once in a while. Not being... Yeah. I was going to say, Baseman. Everybody's just completely on the unhinged scale in here. The store is fine. Fine. My deluded Abigail, please tell that to your boss's debt. How do you think she paid for all those renovations upstairs? Good tunes. What exactly are you trying to say, Dan? Nothing more than some cold, hard facts. Morgan owes me Repeater Records rent in perpetuity. You never heard this dream story, by the way. Okay, story time. Settle back, Jet. I hope you're sitting very comfortably, and you are actually sitting, because if you're standing up, please sit down. This story has been a consistent hole in my pocket. But finally, someone actually wants to buy this concrete eyesore. Don't get me wrong, I'm very sorry this is happening. Repeater Record has been such an institution for so long. It still is. Sure, if that makes you feel better. This better become a short novella. Anyway, I'll try again for Morgan later. She simply must show the new tenant all the hard work that's been done upstairs. Again, so sorry you've fallen on hard times. Toodaloo. Drama. Grr. Ugh, I hate that guy. Guessed that when you said hell no. Who does he think he's fooling? Man, he practically danced around at the thought of giving the place to someone else. Would Morgan really let that happen? So the job search is on again. Well, let's do would Morgan really let that happen? Honestly, Morgan's track record on managerial stuff is spotty, but she loves this place as much as the rest of us. More, probably, but we shouldn't be too. I swear to God, Hank, if you're about to defend a bloody landlord, then this is where punk dies. For real this time. Repeater has been such an institution. He doesn't know what repeater means. Abby, calm down. And kid, you too. Dan loves theatrics. It's all he's good for. So we don't know the full story. For now, we all still have a job. We still have customers to take care of. That's what will make the difference, right? Fine. Phew. At least we can try and keep our heads for a little while. Okay. Who this dude? What the heck? He's not banned. Squeal. Scream. Hi, I was just... Jordan, don't touch that. Squeak. Wow, that looks like a monster. Sorry, I just did the shopping and... What's he coming? I don't know, I think he's like... He's got some sort of hoodie on. And he's just buying all sorts of stuff. Look, Ponko! Kuwait either fell asleep or was busy typing up a storm. I think it's probably typing up a storm. Dad, look, there's an album with a fist. Like the one we have. What? Yeah, honey, that looks very interesting. We have an arcade machine. Gasp, Dad, video game. Video game. Do you need like a coin? Don't worry, I've got you. Cheers, I don't think I can reach my pockets right now. So I once had this dream that Deathy went live, right here on Twitch. And he had a brand new trailer, which he proudly wanted to show off. And so he did. Except he was unclothed, bare naked, butt out, dongle about, and I was worried because, hello, this is Twitch. You'll get banned, Deathy. I was worried about his well-being too. He acted like it was the most normal thing ever. There it is. This is what happens when your chat becomes parasocial. Hey. Yay! I can't even remember where the glitter came from. Where did the glitter start to come from? There was I just cannot remember how the whole thing about the glitter started. I remember the actual story, but I cannot remember a thing about the glitter. I'm pretty sure that's what happened. I can't remember either. I think it was something about... I think we were having some sort of banter about the fact that hopefully it never happened again, or whatever, and something about glitter being involved might make it better. You need to record audiobooks and get a spot on CBeebies bedtime story voices. People say this all the time, pause. And I keep thinking, should I do something? And the number of people that have said it, because we used to do a thing on stream called Lore with Death. Hello, Parto. How are you? And we would do 10 minutes at the end of stream where I would read some Edgar Allan Poe or some H.P. Lovecraft or something like that. But it took up, there was so much of the stream ended up being stuff and not actual games that I began to lose track of the number of games. Yeah, it's probably one of those. Never mind, ignore me. No, it's one of those that's obviously broken at the moment. Cool. It should work on the next stream. For whatever reason, I don't know why, my monitoring device on OBS had changed. It had jumped to something else. If you put sniff into the chat, the command does do a separate stream like a book club. It's just a command in case it doesn't work at the moment. It's a kind of hidden command. Yeah, well, the other thing is, people have talked about these people doing like creepypasta readings and stuff like that a number of times. But I keep saying, give me examples in the Discord or whatever of people who do these, because I've never seen anything. I've never seen anybody do it. So I don't quite understand what I'd be kind of aiming for. But yeah, at some point, I suppose I should do something. I also vaguely remember us bantering about you being in a sparkly swimsuit. Yeah, there's so much nonsense happens in here, I can't remember half of it. There's just way too much. There's a streamer with a frog sidekick who used to do it every now and again. Indeed, yes. I messaged her the other day to see how she's doing, but she hasn't come back to me at all. Maybe a pool stream, I don't know. Yeah, it could be. It could have been the hot tub stream, the infamous hot tub stream. Big fuss. My God, what a time to come in. Please tell me you haven't been here for the last 5 minutes. Fabulous. It's not always like this, honestly. But welcome on in. Lovely to see you here. Right, let's get back to the game before I completely lose this. I have been here a goodly while, yes. Well, welcome in. As I say, it's not always like this. But yes, feel free to chat away. If you want to interrogate anyone, then feel free. Hey. Right, they're off. They're away to play video games. Sorry about that. I love them to death, but you know. Only when Koo is around, you know. Sometimes. It's been a long day. I get it. Thanks. That helps. Don't interrogate me because I'm too open for that. Yeah, absolutely. It's even better normally. Sorry, still a bit frazzled. I was wondering if it's not too much work. We've got ads starting in 2 minutes as well. I was wondering if it's not too much work. My hands are full, so I can't browse the store properly. But I really, really just want to buy a record for myself. Please help. Huh? Well, what the hell does that? What the hell does that mean? I really, really just want to buy something that's for me. Okay, so what's he got on? He's got a Mimi doll, which I presume is for the kids, a camping tent, a brick barbecue. He's got... Is that's sweets in a jar? There's this snake thing. I presume that's all for... Now, if he's wearing a gecko hoodie... Does that mean... Where is it? Where is it? Okay, it's not that. Where's the gecko one? We used to have a record. There used to be gecko records. Did we sell out? Oh, I'm annoyed now. You see no gecko? No, there was definitely a record with geckos on, but there's not anymore. They must have changed the stock. Oh, sorry, these lizards. Sorry, on his geckos. These lizards on his top. I was kind of looking beyond all the paraphernalia here, which I presume is all for the kids. I mean, he's got a brick barbecue, so I'm presuming it could be like a bricked ego or something like that. But then he's got a barbecue. What's this snake for? I'm trying to get some sort of something that's for me. Right, let's go for a daughter, like sister. Oh, it's probably none of them. Mecha Umi. There! Gecko Jester. The fact he's got that, there's a lizard there. And he's got lizards on his top. Now I see gecko. What were you going to suggest, Parto? Before the sublime and ridiculous takeover. Tell me what you think. It's just this one's a deadpan, morose and humorously bleak. He feels kind of deadpan, morose and humorously bleak, this guy. Kings and queens are staring at objective misery. Oh, yeah. With a wry smile, Absurd Realities finds the jesters in comfortable shoes treading their well-worn observations of human eccentricity alongside jangly indie rock. I'm just thinking that he's not going to buy that snake for himself. So all this stuff, I think, is for like the kids and taking away to their barbecue or whatever. But he's actually actively wearing his own top that's got lizards on it. I'll take a punt at this. I was kind of wrong with it the last time, so maybe I'll get it right this time. Let's go. Whoops. No, I think that's all stuff for the kids. Oh God, you're a genius. I love Gecko Jester. I am the man. Yatta! The jacket I'm wearing is actually Gecko Jester merch. Chat, you're in the presence of a genius. Yatta! Sorry, I'm just going to have to keep doing it myself. Smart. Cost a fortune, but so funky. Thank you so much. This is just the pick-me-up I needed. Jordan! Jackson! We're going home. 5 more minutes. Nope. Scream. How often have I told you screaming won't... Anyway, thanks for the record. Come on, kids. Oh, ride again. Who dis? Hidden customer. It's the Mimi fan. The Mimi fan's back. I know you have it. You must. I finally have enough time to come get it. I've been telling everyone how much I need it. I came out in this weather for it. I've been telling everyone how much I need it. Okay, maybe it's not then. Let's check this out. Mimi is back, but not as you might remember. Who would predict the bubblegum brewers start? Some fans naming her might not be to everyone's taste, but personally, I am loving her. Plug me back in and make it Mimi mother. I'm not done yet. Maybe not then. I've been telling everyone how much I need it. Okay. See, this is all old stuff. So these have been around forever in the shop. As has this. That's the original Mimi. That's the second Mimi album, and that's the new one. We've already... I mean, not that we can't use them twice, but we've already used all these in some other customers. She doesn't exactly look like a kind of dirt or a ghost bucket fan, and we've used ghost bucket. We haven't used the dirt one yet. And then it goes into these kind of mad metal stuff. I don't know. Shatterfist. Why is it saying everyone? Why is that highlighted? And she kind of reminds me of a customer that came in earlier. Wanting the hang on a minute. Hang on. Whoa. There she is. Look, I knew I'd seen her before. I knew there was some reason that it was triggering something in my head. It's definitely the new Mimi album that she's after. Because there's the glasses. Same glasses. Right. Let's get down and along and get that. Thank you. Oh, hang on a minute, because I'm not... Ooh. I've not been feeding my Tamagotchi and patting it. Nothing gets past me. Right. What emojis will we do then? We'll do a heart, and that, and a cute fox, and a heart, and that, and a cute fox. Finally! Everyone got it before I did. Avoiding spoilers was so difficult. I hope Mimi doesn't think I'm less of a Mimi mouse. Because I didn't pre-order it. I send her a message on phonogram every day. Oh, talking of mouse. Lily. Did you see Mouse? Did you catch any of Mouse's stream today where she was playing Tamagotchi? Not Tamagotchi. Not Tamagotchi. Tomodachi Life. That was hilarious. I was trying to remember the word there. Tomodachi Life, indeed. I think I saw. So, did you see the fact that her and Connor had a baby? First thing she did, she opened up the game, and Connor and her had had a baby overnight. It was so funny in the game, and they called the baby Content Clip Farm. So good. I send her a message on phonogram every day. Now I can tell her I've got it. I need to listen to this now. Now! Right, okay, nice. Let's go. She's away. End of day. Baka. We were all in such a good mood this morning. And then bloody Dan had to turn up. Yeah, it sucks. So you can admit it. Well, of course I can. But what can we do? We just work here. We need to talk to Morgan. There you go. Even the kid sees it. Yeah, well, good luck with that. You have to at least try, excuse me. Hank, no one here has known Morgan for longer than you. I'm sure if you tried. Look, the truth is, we don't know anything yet. Yeah, but Dan said, until I hear it from Morgan's mouth, I'm not believing anything. Let's just close the shop for now. Today's been a lot. Today sucked. It did indeed. One of my reviews was not rad. It sucked. I love this game though. It's really good. It's really cool. The setting does it for me. I love the fact that I'm in a record shop. I love record shops. Favourite places in the world, record shops. Mimi World 2. Finally! Hey! No, hang on a minute. Let me check my phone. Oh no, it's Walking the Cow. Roberta D. Doomsday Hero interview. Roberta D. interviews with Walking the Cow ahead of her upcoming multi-album release. There are few truly pioneering musicians who you feel truly encompass the title artist, but Roberta D. is the surest candidate. Captivating the world with her unique and magnetic music, she continues to innovate with every release. Her upcoming record, Doomsday Hero, looks to be no different. Walking the Cow's own Linny Hurst was lucky enough to catch up with Roberta for a few questions in the run-up to the release. Linny: Roberta, first off, congratulations. I've loved the rollout of the 4 singles released so far. Is it true Doomsday Hero will be released in 4 different editions, each tied to one of those 4 mentioned singles? That's correct. You see, last summer I had a bout of chronic flu, which ravaged my body. For 4 nights in a row, I dreamt of a different impending apocalypse. Bit like Kuru. Those dreams are the inspiration for Doomsday Hero. Each version of each record gives service to that particular dream. That's fascinating, and yet you don't worry that fans will feel frustrated, having to potentially buy the same record 4 times to retain a copy of all the songs. Fans? Copies? This is not some marketing ploy, Ms. Hurst. This is a statement. Each Doomsday needs their own swan song. No, of course, I didn't mean to offend. I just simply meant, since you already have made a collection of songs about your Doomsday vision, why then not also include those particular individual songs collectively together on the same record? But there are 4 records. There sure are, and I'm sure that fans cannot wait to hear the accompanying songs for each one. Roberta D., thank you again for talking with us today. Don't forget to remind your readers that if they purchase all 4 records at once, they get a complimentary Roberta Doomsday helmet. We'll be sure to include that. Doomsday Hero comes out next month in its exclusive 4-edition format, with participating stores taking part in Doomsday promotions, so be sure to check if your local store is involved. Well, are we involved? Let's find out. Hey, if you were me, how would you bring up the landlord visit from yesterday? That's a good thing to do though, Kubu, is I would have loved to be able to do that, but my aphantasia sort of prevents me from doing it. Because if I was dreaming, and I know I do dream, because there are times when I sort of waking up thinking, and then it's just gone, everything's gone. But I struggle with all that. I just can't form pictures, as I've said before. Not that I'm too scared to tell Morgan about it or something. No. I just don't want her to worry too much. She works so hard for all us that I hate to. Okay, morning, kid, Hank. I'm glad to see my store still standing. Yeah, it's absolutely still standing, right, kid? It's a bit weird because it feels like going through a photo album when I open the Dream Journal. Then maybe you would like to know about the extent of my planned pantslessness that's about to take place during the next 3 weeks when I'll be off work. Kuru's now pulling a chair up. This is Kuru right now. Pantlessness, you say? No need to worry. Nothing to see here. No one came by, except for customers, of course. Oh, look what I just found. The new issue of Shrub Sounds. Would you look at that? Let's enjoy that. Okay. Shrub Sounds. Okay. Global pop icon Mimi has released her third album, the universally celebrated and beloved. Do you remember when Green Day released 3 albums in 3 months? I do. It's happened for a while that every now and again somebody comes up with a scheme, a marketing thing. Because Kiss did it in the 70s when all 4 band members released their own solo album, despite still being members of the band, if you like. So yeah, each member of Kiss released a solo album whilst still being Kiss. I mean, they were all fairly talented guys, to be quite honest. And within Kiss, they kind of did that. They did share some of the vocal duties. They did share other bits and pieces. Uno, dos, tres. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I think that was almost the start of Green Day's downfall, to be quite honest. But yeah, they weren't all bangers, let's say. I think that's the thing. Whenever anybody's done something like that, it's sort of diluted the pool, and it's not actually come off the way I think they wanted it to. But I remember them being reviewed and people kind of going, yeah, kind of like the concept. The delivery's not the best. Some of them were better. There was one of them that was better than the other 2, but I can't remember which way around it was. The universally celebrated beloved Mecha Mimi Meets Mother, touted as Mimi at her most personal and brave, it has been adored by fans and critics alike. I don't know what it was. I have a funny feeling that I might be completely wrong here. Maybe I did this. It was so long ago, centuries back. I have a funny feeling they released one album with all the best tracks from all 3 albums after the fact, or maybe I just completely have gaslighted myself into doing that, and because I went through all 3 albums and picked the best tracks off them, because I couldn't be bothered with all 3 of them either, to be fair. So yeah, it's never going to be. It's because you can't release 3 albums of content at the same time and hope that they're all going to be of equal value. Touted as Mimi at her most personal and brave, it has been adored by fans and critics alike. But did she really write it? Come on then, let's have it. Rumours are swirling around the pink starlet, suggesting she got a ghostwriter. Takada Udaha reports the ghosts of Mimi. Ooh. Jarhead guilty or innocent? After years of speculation, Jarhead, the industrial metal band, are now sitting trial for the alleged murder of their former drummer, Casper Tolz. Kathleen Doberman investigates as the court case begins. Okay. Metal's biggest meathead reveals his top 5 metal albums, Calvin Sanchez. Snarl, okay, this is probably there's going to be some question around about this. There's going to be some metalhead comes in and says, I want something that I don't have. Miniature Box, Jarhead, Sergeant Snake, you prefer Uno, Mutant Mulch. As I say, that kind of marked the beginnings of the end, I think, for... They just exploded with American Idiot, obviously. And really, whatever you think about that album, it was almost impossible for them to follow that up. It just became too commercially successful. I mean, if you really want you like Cinco. What about Quattro? Is Quattro not good? You skipped Quattro and went straight to Cinco. Not okay. RXX, Easy Circle, Head to Head. Quattro was kind of mid, yeah, I agree. How a childhood friendship led to one of the most exciting stories in rap. From one of the most unlikely places, Shrub Sound joins Beatmaster Easy Circle in talking with his friend RXX. Renowned for his kids' TV show Reggie's House, and how he convinced them to risk it all to release their goofy mixtapes and make rap history. What the hell does that say? Neopixel? Bust bass? Some of the font's really hard to read. I'm still looking at it thinking, is that what it is now? I'll make you Cinco in my mayo in a minute. Whoa ho ho! Brick Deagle, Canya Grin Tour. Okay. Knowles, Bath, Rescue Rooms, Nottingham, Manchester, Sheffield, London. This will be a UK tour then. Now I am the one pulling up a chair. Saviour's latest one is so much better than the 2010 stuff and father of all, but I like the songs from all of them. I see. I saw them on the American Idiot tour, and they were very good live. And I think I saw them again after that, but I can't quite remember why, or where, or when. I think I've seen them twice. But I preferred the really early, the Dookie stuff. That was kind of my era of really enjoying Green Day. Yeah, I was listening to them since Dookie. Decaying Debbie. 20th anniversary theatrical re-release. Debbie's friends thought she was just dead tired. What they didn't know was she was just dead. I still at Wembley 2 years ago. Your first concert. Well, it's not bad for a first concert. You are a weird dude sometimes, Hank. Anyway, no more magazines. Time to get to work. Okay. Oh man. You think she suspects anything? Dude, we need to tell her. Stop what you're doing. Watch this Wavemaster video of him thinking he's playing to a crowd when he has the sound on mute. You're welcome. Love it. I would never, ever be caught talking or streaming on mute. Just doesn't happen, ever. Right. No more unnecessary distractions. You ready to rock, kid? Let's open up. That's the spirit. Right. Go. Let's open the store. Ho-ho! Chloe, Marco's sister. Who the hell was Marco? Hey, remember me? Yes. Thanks to my last visit, I now know I like bands that have girl power. Hang on a sec till I check my phonogram. Wax Pack Priya. My favourite movie podcast was talking about some new cinematic documentaries to watch. Air Frog and 20p Bread Slice sound interesting, but Property Will Cost Us the World is a must watch. Big script. You guys have never known me to be mute. Just doesn't happen on this stream, ever. And I want more. God. Whoa. Easy, hot shots. Hey, what? You're still learning this, shrimp. But that's why I'm here. Gonna help you pick some proper music. The really hip tunes. But I've been listening to cool stuff, Marco. Trust me, you haven't heard nothing yet. The art of words is where it's at. We got to broaden your horizons. You should listen to rap. I don't know. Rap? Yes, the new RXX album is out. You should listen to it. Does it have girl power? No, but it's real cool. Okay, if you think I like rap, but I really wanted more girl power. I'm going more girl power me. Grab the new RXX album. Trust me. Hello. Fun game so far. It has been. Is that Ranting Bean? Ranting Bean. That's a cool user. How are you? Welcome on in. It has been extremely fun. I have been loving it. Mainly because when I was much younger, I used to hang about indie record shops all the time. So it's triggering a huge amount of nostalgia for me. I am loving being behind the counter and having conversations with people and going and finding things for others. Now, the only thing I can't remember is what I bought, what I gave Chloe, last time. Okay, but isn't there like a cool rap album with girl power? There is indeed. I did as well, man. What a time to be alive. Indeed, yes. It was a hugely great time to be alive. Everyone in my school, literally, Hello, hello. Thank you so much. We have hit 975 followers. That's crazy. Thank you so much. Amazing. Really, really amazing. We're on the full run now, boys. We're in a proper run now. 25 away from the big 1K. Now we can absolutely start.
Jet Caesar shared 100 credits.
Thank you so
Older
much.
to hide.
Really appreciate that. Thank you. Kubu is scared of followers. Yeah, Kubu just gives them a hard stare, and they get a bit frightened. But yeah, every lunchtime, all 5. When I was at school, literally 5 days a week, every day of the year, I was in that record shop, flipping through second-hand records. Yeah, can only do it once every 15 minutes. Do not follow that. You're scary, Koo. Yeah, Koo is okay. Graham, which part of it's on cooldown? For you, it's individually 15 minutes. Everybody can do it. 15 minutes. You can't type today. That's all right. Don't worry. I've been exactly the same. Yeah, but as I say, so it's been a huge amount of nostalgia for me where I can. I know I was trying when I last did it. When I went up and just was leaning on the counter, chatting to the staff, trying to get import information, etc., etc. Having sat up until well beyond my bedtime listening to Tommy Vance's Friday Rock Show. Because that was the only time you ever really got any heavy rock metal on the radio. It was between 10 o'clock and midnight on a Friday night. There was a dedicated show for that. And I used to listen to it with my tape recorder ready, and if I heard something I liked, I was like, record. No chat GPT to tell you the band isn't what the song meant. Indeed. So yeah, I'd record it and then I'd play it back the next day on my Walkman, and then I'd go in past One Up and say, have you heard these guys? Have you got anything by them? What a great time. You had to wait for releases. You actually had to sit and wait. You couldn't get it on Spotify. You had to count down the days that you could go and actually buy the vinyl or the cassette. Crazy. And then you had to hope that it was good. Because if the band released a stinker, you just spent your money on the album and you couldn't do anything about it, basically. That was it, you'd bought it. Right, so I need to go and get a rap album, which I think I know it's the Nia one. That must be it. And heaven help them if the only one caught by a band in fun. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Those were the days. The days. Right, there we go. I am fairly convinced that the brother's going to be like, and she's going to be like, this is a definite rad. If I don't get a rad for this one, there's problems. So let's go fire, heart, fire. Yes. Whoa! Who's that? That's Nia Pixel. Nia Pixel? She's a rapper? A girl rapper? Wow! At least didn't type Jumbo the Gub. I thought you said Jumbo the Hub. Indeed. She looks as if she's got major girl power. Not as good as RXX, but she is pretty cool. We can listen to it together. Yeah, wicked. I'd love that. Let's go home and put it on the TV. What? Wait, Chloe, how do you still not understand how records work? There, I got a rad. Told you. I rule. Ooh, hello, Gordy. How's it going? Sorry, itchy eye. How's it going? How's it going? Name's Gordy. I play bass in this punk band called Dead Pets. Okay. Controversial. We're writing some new songs and I'm looking for some references. Can you recommend me any records with a really thick, strong sound? Specifically, anything punk that has big bass riffs. You know, the kind of riff that slithers down the fretboard. That would melt your face off. Okay. You got it, Chief. I'm after an album with a droning punk sound that slithers around a bass riff. I know exactly the album that you're looking for, Chief. It's this. It's a testament to the sound of post-rock virtuosos dirt that we can fill out so much sound over so few tracks. Greasy, crumbling strums hum inside the echoes that crash and heave on this beautifully constructed re-released EP. That sounds like a good thing, doesn't it? That sounds like what... Ooh! Hang on now. We can go to the storeroom. Hang on. This is a code for the storeroom. But we don't know. Ooh, I don't know what's what though. I know the pattern there. So we're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. And we're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're going 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4, and 4 to 5. But I don't quite know what that means yet. But it looks like the thing that's in the storeroom. 1% of a menace. My God, Grim. I don't think anybody's ever had one. Has anybody ever had one? Oh, Pemmy had it one night. Pemmy had 1% menace. I'll be heading off to bed for EP times. Goodbye. Hopefully you've had a good laugh tonight, Lily. Hopefully you've had a good time. Your brain is unscrambled and ready for sleeps. Lovely to see you in. You never know. I might be able to do a quick extra stream tomorrow. You don't know. I'm not saying I will, but there's a possibility. I've got 1% of a menace a few times before. Okay. Whatever. Don't boast about it. Right. So, does that sound like it was... And, well, I don't... FMV Friday, well... I don't normally cool. I've started doing Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday. But sometimes I do a spare one on a Friday. I do a cheeky one on a Friday. I've got a game. I'll try not to have any strange dreams or jump with a gub. Probably a good idea. Right. I don't know what... So... Yeah. This is confusing me. Let me... I don't think... rather offense to miss that unless there are 10 parts from another... That doesn't sound like it's what we're looking for. These are all like mad mental things. Cautiously to dream about Jum with a Gub. That's like a mad... it's like Long Legs or... what was that horror movie? Skinny Marink. Skinny Marink or Long Legs. We've got Jum with a Gub. It's the new horror antagonist. So it's not the... No Band on Earth goes... No, that's hard and fast as opposed to... I've got a strong vibe that it's... For record sales from inside the band, and now they've released Pumpkin Party records, faithfully put together, ratio caption every putrid and thumping sound. It includes the thrashing chugger Hellfish, which notably features in classic 90s gore films. I knew you were going to say that. I actually said that was going to... I was thinking in my head, that's an album for Kuwu, but I'm not going to say it. out loud. Because I'm quite sure that she'll come along and say exactly that. I think... Phenomenal debut, girls like the Punk Sister have written a rule book, all this bordering, yeah. That's how you get it so sophomore album is soon to be another drony cult classic. Yeah, I could write more. Pummeling bass. So it's punk and pummeling bass, the racing rhythm guitar and the deafening drums, but instead I crave another round of melting my face off listening to Queen Egg. So this could be this one then. Pummeling bass. So we've got a couple here. Okay, that's not... Oh. Okay, so it's either that sister album or it's the... Or, no, we don't need to go there. It's... this one. What do we think? It doesn't actually mention it. It doesn't actually say anything about bass here, though, does it? And that's post-rock, and he said punk. An album with a droning punk sound that slithers around a bass drum. It's definitely that sister one then. Right, let's go. This one, thank you. Let's have a look at that just to make sure. Punk, drony, bass. Feed the Tamagotchi. Give the Tamagotchi a pat in the head. What did you say about... I made another typo. That's why I prefer lurking. Let's see. Amazing. Amazing! Right, where are we? Let's go with this and this and this and this. How many can I work in? Yeah, let's go. Hell yeah, sister! My friend Jay was telling me I should check them out. In fact, I'm pretty sure it was this exact album. He said it had this sick pounding bass. That's exactly what I need. Plus, I love sneaks. Hella cool. Alright, Chief, nice one. Take it easy and come see us at a show sometime, alright? Another rad rating. Yas, yas. Who's this guy? Lynn, metalhead. I told you this was the right place. The right place. Isn't that the chip shop run by your son-in-law? Kumu is the sticky stuff on the door handle that you don't know if it's safe or not. Yeah, just look at it. It'll be fine. I thought we were going to buy records, but I could eat. No, you don't. We're in the right place to buy records. Oh, why didn't you say so? Has anybody got a badge on here? No. You got me hungry for no reason now. Can I help you? We're getting to it, you whippersnapper. Okay, Chief. Yeah, don't you rush us. Do we look like we need help? You look like you need extreme amounts of help. We've been around the block a fair few times more than you. Yes, so cool it, Hot Rod. I'm the Mayo of the Cinco. Right, let's get down to business. Yeah, we're headbanging royalty around here. Okay, that's right. And we're in need of some new metal shredding material. And don't go talking us out of it, trying to coddle us like we're a bunch of old geezers. We can still wind these turkey necks of ours just fine. Yeah, all we need is the metal albums we came in for. Yes? What albums did we come in for again? Bloomin' Egg, I forgot as well. Now, hang on. See, I was after that thumping loud one, remember? You know the one by, what was their name again? The one that geezer voted #1 in his rankings. You know, Kevin, that music writer geezer that we like. At least I think it was Kevin. He was in that new music mag we read this morning. Oh yeah, now I remember, because he didn't rank the one I was after. Not that I can remember the record's name. I just know it was fact. And I do remember reading, oh, Kevin gave it 2 fingers. That means he didn't like it. No, it was 2 fingers in a good way. Well, alright, if you say so. So are we getting just 1 record or 2? Let's just get them both and have a mosh back at mine later. Well, I'll need to pick up my hearing aids first. What? I said I'll have to go Oh, come on, Lynn. Right, that's it. Let's get this over and done with. All right, Whippersnapper. Going to be going for tonight. Have a nice stream. Thank you so much, Kisa. Have a good sleep. We want both our records. Yeah, pack him up for us, would you? Roy wants Kevin's number 1 pick, and I want that fast record that Kevin gave 2 good fingers to. And let's be snappy about it. Okay. Kevin's number 1 pick in a magazine, and a fast record Kevin gave 2 good fingers to. Okay, right, so in the magazine, Shrub Sound, who's the Kevin guy? I'm assuming Snarl, that's the deadly last gasp. Oh god. Sorry, I'm just writing stuff down here. Snarl. Deadly last. That's Calvin Calvin Sanchez. That's what it is. Right. So they're saying Kevin and it's actually Calvin. So that's his number 1. Now, I've got a funny feeling if we go upstairs, it'll be... Right, okay, so we need that one. And then... no, band on asking goes fast and hard. This double thumbs up by Calvin Sanchez. There we go. Sweet, let's go. That sounds like the very fellas. Snar dead shat shat. Imagine not knowing the artist's name indeed. Let's go. Bloomin' heck. They've only gone and done it. How the heck do you find both of them? That's smashing, that is. See, because I know my inventory. Hang on, Roy. Did you really want Snarl's first album again? Didn't you already have it? Well, I lost it. Seeing it in that magazine made me realise I didn't know where it was. But now I've got it back again. Well, see if you can hold on to it long enough to get back to mine. Then we can get some proper windmilling going. Woo! I'm in. Good job, Hot Rod. Catch us in the pit. Yes! Another rad rating. Give me a second, I need to check my phonogram. I am obsessed with the MC Who podcast. Is anyone else listening? Frankie and, is that Jill or Gil? Are hilarious. Jason and Taisha. Okay. Oh, it's a wax packer. It's a wax packer. We're going to get excitement. There's going to be lore here. Hello there, dear. Nice to make your acquaintance. You may have noticed from my badge that I'm a bit of a music boffin. These are like a kind of strange vinyl cult. And you can find secret messages that you can go and there's something in the shop that it'll unlock. So they kind of leave each other messages in the sleeves of the records. But it's all things TV and film that I'm a real geek for. I just adore collecting soundtracks, even the unorthodox ones, like that rather loud Snarl record from which that song from the horror Decaying Debbie. Oh, chilling. But I'm after something else for my collection today. I watched a thrilling political documentary last week and the soundtrack was wonderful. It danced on a knife's edge between explosive and restrained. It was all about exorbitant rental prices. And when I did some digging online, I saw someone say the band was called Earth. I don't suppose you have a copy of it, especially since there's supposed to be a note left for me inside it. Okay, I'd love a copy of that powerfully foreboding documentary soundtrack by Earth. It's not by Earth, it's by Dirt. Which I remember purely because that's the name of an exceptionally good Alice in Chains album. Right. Written originally for the powerful documentary Property Will Cost Us the World. Hello, Banshee. How are you? Lovely to see you. Bandage. Kumu is on one tonight. Yes. Why is it pulling up? Kumu's. That's mad. Oh, of course, because you put at Kumu, so it pulled up her profile picture, and you stole my shout out, indeed. Let's do that, and let's do that. We're in the metal section tonight, Banshee. You've missed it. It's been cool. Lots of metal records. All right, we need to be there. Fox, dog, fox, dog. Fox. Nice. You were at the cinema. Ooh, what were you seeing? Did you go by yourself? Oh my. They're called Dirt. That'll teach me for not researching beyond the phones. Oh my. You finally got collared into it. Nightmare. But yes, Property Will Cost Us the World was a compelling documentary. And it wouldn't have had half the impact if it hadn't been for Dirt's soundtrack. It really emphasised the anguish and remorse for how the world is right now. Thank you for being so thorough here. I want whatever the critics were smoking, the film was unreal. I think there was a bit of a backlash against the fact that it didn't address everything that should have been in it. That everybody sort of took... I think the original draft of the movie had the whole abuse and everything in the thing, and then they were made to take it out because I think everybody thought it wouldn't be a commercial success if it did that. So there's just a bit of it felt a bit diluted, I think was what I read. More of a sort of propaganda piece than an actual proper biopic. Have a lovely day. No, that was the I think the producers, basically. There was a lot of child abuse and family issues. There was going to be another one. I can see the real tonal shift happening there. Yeah. Have a lovely day. It just felt, I think people felt it was maybe a bit more propaganda than the original intention of it. That was only half of his life. Yeah, they've greenlit the second half, haven't they? Hey, went to 1988. I see. Okay. So look, I need to buy this record to get to the bottom of something. Okay. I've already been listening to it repeatedly online. And I just can't see it. Yeah, spoilers. Or maybe I just don't want to believe it. That's why I figured listen to it on analog. The tone was definitely shifting, so you see, yeah. Okay. Listening to it on analog. The Titanic 6. Really find out. And I know I don't look like a typical fan, but this album, it has layers to it. It's all brooding, dark and twisted. And this is kind of personal, but I'm going through a messy breakup and this album has been my lifeline, which is why I'm bugging out. I just can't believe that she didn't write it herself. I refuse. It'd be like a betrayal all over again, so that's why I need this record. I need to know. It's the new Mimi one. Let's go. I'm upstairs. I wish they put a first floor or something so I remember that I'm upstairs. Yes. Because they have such a dark and naughty, sprawling record. Yes. Definitely, we're going to feed the Tamagotchi, pack Tamagotchi, and then sell this guy this record. Oh! Mimi Mech. Yo. There it is. Amazing. Look at how cool that cover is. There's just no way she'd get someone else to write it. It all just sounds too personal, you know? Now I gotta take it home and puzzle over it. I mean, I know I'm probably just trying to distract myself, but this is one fight I'm not going to lose. Oh, well, I'd say today went downright acceptable. Opening upstairs seems to be attracting some new punters, and you fended off the most annoying customers. Decent day. Morgan. Hank. I've something I need to talk to you about. Yesterday. Knock knock. Here he is, he's back. Dan Luffy. Why are all Dans so annoying? I don't mean it. I'm just having a punt because Dan's coming up this weekend. Banshee probably agree, to be fair. Oh, Morgan, you are here. Can you tell your man-child to give us some space? Hey! Hank, give us 5. See? What? Fine. Okay, I already got your message. You have a potential buyer. Big whoop. We've been on this merry-go-round before, Dan. Oh no, but this time it's serious, Morgan. I finally have someone interested who can go the distance. Mr. Clancy getting ready to wipe death off his plan. Oh, I forgot about that. Sure. Who'd be dumb enough to try and buy this place? Well, why don't you ask him yourself? What do you mean? Hi, Mo. Sleazeball. Sleazeball alert. There's a deep cut there. Anybody remember KRS-One? Very deep cut there. Been a while. But you know how it is. No, James, I don't know how it is. Whoa there. No need to be so antagonistic. I'm just here to talk. James, you already sent Will over to just talk. I should have known trouble was coming when she showed up. Look, Baseman, you're not anywhere near the vintage that I am, but you are of a certain vintage. I should have known trouble was coming when she showed up. I'm not interested in either of your games. Wait, Willow was here. When? Don't play dumb. It doesn't work for you. Anyway, I'm not entertaining this joke any further. No, thank you. Nice of you to visit, but I've a business to run. Some of us still earn our way. About that. From where I stand, as owner of the premises, Repeater Records is currently in outstanding debt. Well, yeah, but we made a finance plan, remember? It was all costed. Ah, yes, but that was based on the previous rental cost. But with the increase in rent, that finance plan falls short. You're raising the rent? Again? You slimy, greedy piece of... Let's not say anything we'll later regret. Look, I'm sure you appreciate that as your landlord, it's my prerogative to not lose money. However, I do consider myself a fair man. In honour of our finance agreement, I'll give you 3 months to pay me back the renovation cost. If you pay me back the loan and keep up with the rent, well, there'd be no reason for me to sell to Mr. Grant then, would there? God damn it, Dan, that wasn't the deal. The renovations aren't even fully complete yet. You know that's not enough time to pay that kind of cash. It'll kill us. Money talks, Morgan. Money talks. James here is interested in the property, and he has money. Let's see what magic a little motivation works for you. This is some bull, Dan. I find it quite sporting myself. Pay up what you owe, and then we can talk. 3 months is a lifetime. Best of luck. You'll be seeing me. And there was me not wanting to make a scene. A scene? As if I'm some hysterical woman. I'll give you a scene, pal. That's the best Glasgow line not delivered by a Glaswegian. I'll give you a scene, pal. Get out of my store, you coattail riding, please. This is my store, and I swear to God, I will take a match to it before you get it. Well, that was uncomfortable. If you think I give a. No, I'm quite aware of your habit of saying whatever you feel the need to say. Sorry, can I just. Who are you? I work here, and I noticed it's closing time. Do you know who you're talking to? Oh, he's one of these guys. No, the kid's right. Why don't you write it in a nice letter for us or something? Yeah, from home. Exactly, and put a nice stamp on it. Take your time looking for one too. You're a joke, Morgan. This cage you've put around yourself, and all those around you. It's about time the bubble popped, Morgan. Just you wait and see. Just get out of here, James. Okay, time to go, James. Why don't you move on down the aisle and out the door? Next time, you won't be able to throw me out, Morgan. This isn't becoming Violet. Ooh, I'm the one in charge now. Okay, that's enough. Come on, mate. Don't even think about touching me. Damn it. Am I going to have to come up with a master plan here to save the store? Morgan, I'll be honest. I'm getting pretty mad. Hey, I didn't do this. Dan did. And James, that spiky orange sleazeball. I get that, but back at the apple bed, you told everyone we'd have nothing to worry about. And now, we only have 3 months. What are we doing here? Hell, you just had the new kid bail you out. I didn't need any bailing out. You're being dramatic, Hank. Nothing's even changed yet. I'm getting nowhere with you. I've had it. Did Hank just quit? Nah, he's just a bit upset. So he's gone to, I don't know, stomp around? Hank is loyal. Either way, I think that's our cue to call it. But what about the deadline? Don't sweat it, okay? It's just a lot of hot air. Bunch of oldies airing out their dirty laundry. Everything's going to be fine. You'll see. Are we going to get? Is Willow going to come in clutch here? I believe in the Netherlands for even more. Ooh, we're back on a live one. Live with Clive. Welcome back to Monster Music TV. If you're just joining us, we have here in the studio the man of the moment, the one, the only, James Grenth. Good to see you, Clive. Now, James, I'm going to be honest. This might be a little painful, so I'll just come out and say it. Most of our younger viewers may not recognise you, or if they do, it may be as the husband to pop icon Willow McIntyre. But that would be a disservice, as you are a man of real music pedigree. You were once the bad boy guitarist in 80s dream pop band Becoming Violet. And let's not forget your divisive solo album, Hands on Me. Clive, please. That's all very true, but there's no need to be so nostalgic. We've got ads coming up in about 3 minutes. I've kept very busy since those ancient times. Indeed you have. You've become a linchpin of the music industry behind the scenes. Well, what can I say? Good art recognises good art. Which brings us to what you wanted to share with us today. Please tell us more about Press Play, your new all-in-one music platform. Haha, well, that's just it. All in one. I identified something people want, and I have the means to provide it. Could you elaborate? To my mind, there's too much friction getting in the way of what we want. Too many squabbling woke press outlets. Incompetent record labels, half-broken ticketing apps, dilapidated music venues, and dare I say it, too many desperate bands all scrambling for our attention. The noise of it all. Aren't you just sick of it? I know I am. I want to remove all that stress. And so with Press Play, that's really all you'll ever have to worry about. Pressing play. It sounds like you want to monopolise the music experience. Close, Clive. Close. But not monopolise. Centralise. And it'll all be driven by someone people can trust. Me. Me and Play AMI, that is. The first artificial music intelligence. Sounds fancy. Oh, it is, Clive. It is. You're certainly catching our attention. Why don't we go over to our audience and hear some reactions to this staggering news? Okay, let's see what we've got. Let's try and catch a couple of questions, shall we? How will bands be supported? A voice for the artist here, James. Could you explain to us how you envision bands and artists existing in the ecosystem of Press Play? Nothing is more important to me than the livelihood of our artists. I smell BS. That's why, free of charge, every band, singer, or musical artist will have already automatically be signed up to our Play AMI database. By archiving them inside our streamlined platform, we'll be ensuring their music is heard by millions. Because what does any band truly want if not to be heard by the masses? And thanks to Press Play and Play AMI, we can make that a reality. Truly heartwarming stuff. You're a man of the people, James. Great stuff. Okay, let's see what we've got. How much will it cost? People do worry about how much they've got in their pockets these days. Can you share some light on the cost? Haha. Well, Clive, here's an exclusive for you. Press Play will be entirely free. Free? So it'll be using an advertising model then. Aha. No. No advertisements. Simply, all our users have to do is sign our plain and simple worded agreement, which includes a nominal transactional fee. And then they'll be free to press play. My word. Incredible. Great stuff. Yet another set of important questions from our monster audience. Unfortunately, that's all the time we have today. I think I speak for all of us when I say we can't wait to press play. Thank you, Clive. It was a pleasure, as always. Until next time, I'm Clive Roderson, and this is Monster Music TV. Okay. Wild. Wild stuff. Okay. A nice sunny-ish day. Look at that, I've got these shutters down to an absolute art form now. It's only taken me about 15 days in the store. Okay, let's hear it. We've had the upstairs open a while now. Has it been worth it? Because you know, I will, in fact, accept no other answer. Hang on a sec. That's the one thing I really... The one tiny little thing that annoys me about this game is the fact that it keeps doing that rattle on your phone when you've just started a new dialogue. Because I can't not go and look at the new dialogue because the thing irritates me when I see it shaking in the corner. It's just me though. Yeah. Minnie and Minx return with Fundum. Fundum? New album released by recently announced rapping lovebirds Minnie and Minx. It's a big day for fans of punchy, catchy, loud rap. As power couple, Minnie and Minx have just shadow dropped their new album Fundum. This marks the first album by the duo since publicly announcing themselves as a couple. Still, don't expect any wilting, mushy affection here. I've already listened to the album 8 times and there's no pulling any punches. This is a crass and swaggering album, biting with confidence from 2 rappers who have long past paid their dues and now deservedly wearing their crowns, spitting tall and proud, hand in hand. Cannot recommend it enough. Okay. Okay, Mateo's here. Well, Hank's the numbers guy, but I think it's been fine. Are you telling me we sold their souls to Ponko for nothing? I mean, what even is that thing? I was told it would be the hot ticket to invest in the Ponko Gallery. The Ponko Gallery? Listen, I can hear that skepticism. But what matters here is getting more records in people's hands. Sometimes you gotta improvise. I think the kid may be raising a valid point about the commodification of music, and your willingness to use Ponko, a popular figure that's essentially devoid of meaning. I've been accused of selling out plenty of times. I was in a pop band, remember? I didn't necessarily mean you were selling out. No, it's all fair, the line's thin. To me, it's simple. I'm trying out a thing to save this shop. A thing that benefits more people than it harms, currently. So there are any more ethical objections I should know about? Nope. Great, lovely. Just so you know, I do not encourage lively debates on capitalism first thing in the morning. And now, I really want a cigarette. Open up the shop without me. I need to obsessively click this pen for the next 10 minutes. Well, that could have gone better. Inhale, okay. Let's shake off this tension. Okay, we've got another thing, phonogram. The girls are working on some amazing new tunes for the new EP. Make sure you follow Girl Junk on socials so you don't miss out. Okay, I don't know whether I can I? Let's look at that. I haven't seen any chocolate bars. Where are the chocolate bars? Cosmetic items bought. Where are the cosmetic items? I haven't seen any of this. Am I missing something somewhere? Customer served 35. Diggy Doggle. I haven't played Diggy Doggle. 36. Jukebox songs 29. Total sales here. Okay, I've had 4. I've had 1 sad. That was that woman. And 30 rads. That's not bad. It's not a bad hit ratio, I would say. Steps walked. I'm on the step challenge, Banshee. 1,806. I mean, it's a small shop. Words read 15,615. Oh my lord. That's a lot of words. Yeah, that's my... So I've now unlocked 29 of 83 record. There seems to be quite a bit of this game still to go then. Interesting as we go. Has somebody messed this up yet? No, all good. Ooh, okay. Hang on a minute. What's happening here? Grammy's gramophone. That costs... Oh, look. So I've got all these things to spend. Legally distinct Bert and Ernie. Okay. Strong John sits himself and barks insults at you. So that's 20, that's 30, 25. So, okay. And then, oh, look at all these things. Wall display. Oh, we need to get that for Dan. Okay, definitely get that. There's Banshee's Blank Street here. Why drink boba tea when you could drink Bobby's boba tea? That's beginning to get a bit. Demon drink doesn't hide his guilty secrets. This carbonated juice is literally possessed by demons, and yet the taste is so good you can't help but get a little cursed. I would take that then. Ghost cup. Yes. Employee snack. Favourite thing, chocolate bar. Enamel, caramel, crunchy, sweet and salty. Favourite thing, chocolate bar, really ends its name. That looks like a caramel wafer. I'm beginning to wonder if there's been a Scottish influence on this. Some of the dialogue's a little bit Scottish sounding every now and again. And there's just elements of it that I think, ooh, look, you can buy rare LPs. Ooh, okay. There's so much to buy. Why did nobody actually say anything about this? I don't want that because I've got a dog. I've got a dog already. I don't need it. What's this? Spooky Boo Films posters. Yes, buy that. Stone Punk stitches. Halloweeny. Could get the Halloweeny. Let's get that. And we've got... I like the little seal. But I kind of feel like we should buy all these. And fill up the... Right, we've bought all that then. We've kind of spent quite a lot of our monies. I've gone from having absolutely nothing to... Did I buy that already? No. Buy that one in. Nice. Okay. I think that's all the stuff we need to buy. Yes. I could quite fancy going to the storeroom as well, but I don't know what that pattern is. Don't take too much mind of Morgan. We're in exceptional circumstances, but it was cool of you to speak up, even though you haven't been with us long. Morgan will know we're only doing it because we care. Sigh. 2 dead ends, and you still got to choose. Tom Waits says it best. So let's see if we can't find our own way through. Ready to rumble? Let's open. Let's. Okay. Right, let me go to the storeroom. Now. What is that? I want to know what that cult thing is, the wax cult. I don't know what that hints for. I thought it might be something to do with the storeroom, but it's not, because this is only a 3x3, so a 9 grid, and there's 12 bits in that, so it's obviously not that. What am I doing? One day I'll dig a hole big enough to escape from this nightmare. Okay. The shovel struck the earth with a thud. One step closer to freedom. Can I jump down? No? Right, I'm not quite grasping. This is my bed. I like sleeping with my tummy full and the cozy fire. Okay. Oh my lord, what the hell's going on there? I'm off. Goodbye. Thank you, Parto. Lovely to see you. Oh! Right, this is weird. What's going on here? I don't like playing this with a keyboard. It's not fun. Oh. I can't jump out though. The night is falling, you are not in a safe place, you're lost. Okay, let's not get involved with that. That's a game for later. Because if I get hooked on that, then I'm absolutely dead. What's this? What? I'll never get anything else done if I start playing that game. Right. Ooh, mini minks. Okay, so this is the wrap section. Let's go up here and look at this again. But I'm a bit confused about what that note was there then. I can't see any grid. Oh, there's a whole section of them. Nice. I thought I was only buying one. Look at these dudes. Is there any interaction here? No. Can't get in there. Where have we seen a grid that's got like... I don't know. That might be for later on then. Okay, let's open the store. Hi! Remember me? I do. I just had to thank you. I owe you big time. She called you? So you do remember, I'm not here by myself, is what I'm saying. Be cool, though. Here she is. Here's Patry. You ran off. Sorry. I just got a little excited. It's okay. You look cute when you're excited. Oh, young love. Ah, stop it. Not Drunk the Clark. God. You look cute too. Cough. Oh, right. So we want to celebrate us. And because this is where we first met, we thought we should buy a record together. But we can't decide what to get. I still think Ego Sunny Side Up. No, ew, Robbie Day is such a creep. Okay, ouch. What about Brick Dog? Don't you already own all of their albums? Yeah. Can't we just listen to them at your place then? Wow. Okay, invite yourself over. Yeah, okay, we can do that. But what to get now? Oh, I know. Have you ever listened to rap? Rap? Yeah. I haven't. Rap's amazing. Did you ever watch Reggie's House as a kid? RXX is actually legit. I never watched it. What? What? How? I mean, no, that's cool. Isn't there any rap that's, romantic? Romantic rap? That sounds so cute. Kawaii. Let's just do that. Stuart Clark, let's celebrate how cute we are with a romantic rap album. I know where that is. Stuart Clark, let's celebrate. We are down this way. We're in the rap section across here, and we're going for that. Get ready for more double trouble. Rapid firing beats and rhymes, because Minnie and Minx are back on galactic form. Any die-hard fans apprehensive that the foul-mouthed pair might dampen their venomous flows after announcing their long-rumoured romance? You need not worry. Minnie and Minx are here to destroy and conquer, eviscerating all enemies one bar at a time. Okay, let's just get that then. It's probably it. Minnie getting the robot. Transform, biatch. Combusting, heel lock, spinning fire. Ooh. There is an actual demon comes out of my demon drink. Lovely. Right, we'll feed the fish and we'll slap the head. There we go. And then in you go. Nice. Feed that in. I know what it is. I know what it is. Oh, I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. Who are they? Oh. That's Minnie and Minx. They're cool. Didn't they just come out as a couple? They're a couple? Like us? I mean, yeah. So this is romantic rap. Put it that way. Let's go listen to it. Thank you. Wait for me. Rad. I've just worked out what the code is. It's for the till. Okay, George the Collector. Afternoon, my fellow budding archivist. I'm a connoisseur of collections myself. Records, DVDs, comics, you name it. I collect them all. But today is a great day for some legendary tunes. If you're going to collect vinyl, you have to go all in. And me, I go all in. As a proud appreciator of the exquisite and bespoke, I am after something epic. What fearsomely loud, thrashy collector's edition do you have for me? I can go and get one of them. Don't know, Banshee, are you still about? No, she's not. She's disappeared. Hello? This is the very fella. Colossal drums, thumping, bruising guitars, and bass music into thick, blah blah blah. The final record of her, furiously mastered, inside a collector's edition. There we go. I think that's the only collector's edition I've ever got. Oh, it's a limited edition, but that's not a collector's edition. Okay. What fearsomely loud, thrashy collector's edition? It does say collector's edition. Styles Mythic first album, records now finally released by Pumpkin Party. Faithfully together this reissue, capturing every future and thumbtack. But that's not a collector's edition either. I think it's going to be this one. I'll be annoyed if it's that one that says limited edition when this one actually says collector's edition. Right, let me do this and see if I can unlock the code. I need to go. 1 is Fox. 2 is Rip. 3 is Face. 4 is Heart. And 5 is Devil Horns. Yes. Pumpkin Party record. It reissued Snarl's I Tried. Be still my metal thumping heart. I mean, just look at it. It's a beauty. Full art printed on the vinyl. Limited edition sleeve. Written notes of production insights. Now this is a true collector's item. I salute you, fellow collector. You looked inside my heart and you knew what was missing. Very well. Thank you and good day. Okay, rad. Okay, hang on a minute. Whoa. Phonogram. Bumped into John Nix at the pub last night. The guy's seen every single show of Blood Turtle for past 20 years. A total nutter. You gotta respect and love the man. Sup, amigo. Hang on a minute. Bumped into John Nix, okay. What's he got on? Loud, okay. I got a level with you. I'm currently falling down a dark haze hole. We're talking melting walls, swirling floors, and fluorescent gremlins. A David Lynch picnic box is taking my place inside my noodle, and I am in desperate need of a way to escape. I need me some spectral stoner rock. I got to fight fire with fire, amigo. Okay. Yes, that's upstairs, I think. It's not there. It's that, is it? Remarkable album that finally returns to our shelves. Do not miss out this legendary album written by a talented bunch of anxious, stoned out teens. Ooh, it's on sale as well. Pat, in you go. Right. 1, 2, 3. I never did the thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is that a ghost hiding in a bucket? And it's a pale album. I think, amigo, you've just found my... Look at how big his eyes are. Alright, my man. You've just found my ticket to serenity. Those hopped up freaky kids know how to live on the edges, you know? You've saved me. I'm gonna go swim in the swirling depths right now. Peace and melt with love, amigo. Another rad. Here he is, our friend Paul. Hello! It's your favourite, back to slay and here to stay. Actually, I'm not here to stay, it's my lunch break. I only have a few minutes and it's back to corporate Paul. Look, I don't even have nails on. Who even am I? Girl, real talk. Have you heard that stuff about Mimi using a ghostwriter? I can't believe it either. Mimi was supposed to be different, you know? A pop singer who can write her own lyrics. Like the last generation of pop idols. I don't know what to think. Everything else going okay? Kinda called Morgan a sellout, and yet you live to tell the tale. I wouldn't worry Morgan isn't someone who fires staff post-shift, and she's honest, with other people at least. But what's most important today is that I'm going to be optimistic, because my star sign said I should be. Well, time for me to transform back to Corpol. See, this is why I leave the creative stuff that isn't art to other people. If I were a writer, I'd be embarrassed with that name. I'm going to go say hi to my number one Matteo, and then I'm out of here. Thanks again for your help. See you later, Hun Bun. Hello, grown up. She's back. Long time no see. May I present to you, oh god, from the gates of hell, Count Dizzy Demon. What? Okay, fine. So you aren't a hell demon, but you are Dizzy Demon, right? See? Is that another mascot head? Sure is. My dad is the mascot for all of my teams. Tiny Taters was for hockey. Dizzy Demons is my football team. We just beat the Squiddly Diddlies 5-0. Congratulations, I guess. Thank you, grown up. Oh yeah, he has a point. We're actually in a hurry. It's my mum's birthday and Dad wanted to buy a record for her. He wanted to get an album that has a Queen on it. Someone like that pink lady. Mimi. Oh, I just saw a band called Sister. The Queen had a sister, right? So like sister could mean queen. Well, I don't know. Sounds like it could be anything. Maybe the Queen's an alien. Or a dinosaur. Or a, I don't know, a robot. Seriously? A robot? Look, grown up, it's up to you. Some album that's got a queen on it that isn't Mimi or Sister and has a robot. Okay. Focus, grown up. Some album that's got a queen on it that isn't Mimi or Sister and has a robot. Okay. So none of these ones then. We're in the wrong floor if it's up here. There maybe? The film is running out of time. Michelle Lee, oh, it's such a shame. Ready for more double trouble. Rapid firing beats, because Minnie and Mix are back in galactic form. Cable Queens. Possible. Some albums got a queen on it that isn't Mimi or Sister. It has a robot. That seems to be... It's not Mimi and it's not Sister. It's definitely not those ones. It must be that one then. Doesn't feel quite right, but... Talk to any of these people. Yeah, I kind of feel it must be that. Doesn't feel right because we've almost just sold that to somebody, but it's the only one that's got a robot on it that's not Sister or Queen. Is that a Queen? I don't know. Doesn't really say anything here about a queen though, or a royal, or taking a crown, or can't think of anything else. Let's take that one. If we're wrong, we're wrong. I don't know when I'm supposed to put this code thing's not working. I don't know whether I was supposed to do it with the record that actually sold. The dirt one. Well, that's definitely a robot. Oh wait! There's a song about queens! Okay, Dad, so you think Mum would like this one? Dad seems to think so. Great job, growing up. Looks like we're both winners today. You said it, Dad. Until next time, grown up. Nice. Okay, Rashida. Showing my girlfriend Brick Dog. I don't think she likes it though. Okay. Oops. Forgot the likes. And then wonder if we should just stop at this point, because it's getting quite late. Let's just... So, there's no easy way to say this. My dad died recently. Oh, I'm really sorry. Thanks. Sorry to just drop that bombshell. That's actually why I'm here. See, me and my dad were super tight. We shared so many interests: politics, chess, horror films. I don't know, loads of dumb stuff. But the one we didn't share was music. I've just never been that bothered, you know? No offence. But my dad loved music, especially really loud bands. He loved going to their gigs and collecting their records, which brings me back to why I'm here. Despite my lack of interest, my dad left me his record collection. I know they meant a lot to him, so it means a lot to me. Which gave me this idea that I should, help add records to his collection. Help bring me close to a part of him that I didn't know. The dumb thing is, because I didn't know much about music, I'm struggling to think of what to buy. Well, okay, so I do have this one idea. We'd love watching horror films together, and I know that a band he loved had a song in the slasher film Decaying Debbie. He'd always interrupt the film to talk about them, going on and on about some huff and puff tour he went to. Honestly, it used to drive me nuts. But now I'd do anything to have him annoy me again. So do you reckon you have any ideas of who that band would be? I've kind of become obsessed about contributing to this collection. It's helping. Yes, Huff and Puff Tour had a song in Decaying Debbie. That's all I got to go on, sorry. Snarl, Puff and Puff. Snarl, Decaying. This is the Decaying Debbie. It was notably featured in classics. Yes, this is the very fella. So we'll do that, and then we'll stick that in there, and we'll have a slug of that. Nice. And then we'll do this. At some point, this has to turn up trumps. But I think it's going to be on that Dirt album. So next time I sell that Dirt album, I didn't know what I was expecting, but that looks like the one. Now that I think of it, Dad would do stupid snarling noises all the time. I just didn't connect the dots that it was actually the name of the band. Thank you for this. I'll go home and let my hair fly. I think you would have liked that. Rad. Okay, if there's another... Okay, that was the kind of end of the day. Nice. So this will be the last bit that we'll do. And then we'll call it a night. Slow day, right? Felt slow. Come on, Morgan. It's not like you to doubt yourself. People love music. We sell music. It's worked before. Why not now? Yeah. It's been a long week. You're tired. Let's close the shop and be done with it for now. Yeah, alright, sorted. Let's get out of here. You coming to Applebed with this kid? Yeah, it's nice to hang out with everyone, if you say so. Okay. Right. Let us save the game. Always gives me the fear that I just haven't saved anything at all. We'll go back to the main menu. And then I shall disappear. And then we'll go and find someone to raid, I think. Or not. Give me 2 seconds. I will disappear for just a wee bit. And then I'll be back soon. Okay, we do that, and then we will jump back to here. We'll just stop that. Right. I can take that away. Cool. Right, let's quickly... Oh! How annoying. Look at that. We made 975, and then we're back down to 974 by the time we finish stream. Great. I honestly thought we'd actually broken the back of that and we were on our way. However, we'll be back to 975 again in no time, no doubt. I think Kubu's fallen asleep, so she's probably not going to be able to accept her rewards tonight. So we'll do this, and then we'll do that, and then we go. Uptime of 3.5 hours, average viewers of 12, peak viewers of 18, and one follow. No subs, 100 bits. Thank you, Jet. I really appreciate that. I can hear Koo snoring all the way from here, indeed. No raids, bizarrely, but I haven't had raids for a while, actually. 12 minutes of ads, which is just the usual. 753. So we're always around about 800 chat messages. And then Kuwu gets, obviously, top yapper. In her PJs from the beginning of the stream, definitely conked out. Yeah, but she was drinking coffee as she had her PJs on. So, there we go. We've done that. Sweet. We'll have a quick check through. Hang on a sec. Just put the stream receipt off. We'll have a quick check through the bingos. We had a founder in chat. Banshee was here. Did we have at any point one, two? We actually have. They haven't talked, but I will give you the 3 VIPs. No subs. No hype train. Had 100 bits, as I say. Thank you, Jet. Appreciate that. No raids. No boys. I think my partner must have fallen asleep on the sofa downstairs because normally they'd be up by now. I was definitely confused at one point. I did pee before the game. I didn't forget to change the category. A slight niggle about that shaky phone thing, which is annoying me. I'll give you that one. No timeouts, no bans. I did briefly touch on the weekly schedule. I didn't stream on YouTube tonight. I just didn't want to risk the encoder. Haven't talked about that. I definitely would have done that. That's a gimme every night, basically. Didn't do any voice acting. Pemi, did you shout death tonight, or did you just? I can't remember actually how Pemi entered the stream. Lily is smart. Lily is out again. No, Kisa wasn't a menace. Pissy didn't break anything. Kerry hasn't dropped a new video. Nobody got over 90% menace. That's mad. I don't think that's ever happened before. UNSC member, no UNSC members. TTS decides overnight of technology did fail. Stream day hasn't changed. This remembers the stream receipt. I did remember that. We're kind of puzzling because we're having to puzzle things out there. And we've got 9 people in bingo. How annoying. Okay. Last chance to put all your. Here she is. Bingo cheaty cheater. Okay. There are no votes yet. Kubu, where have you been? You missed the awards. You missed the stream receipt. Surprisingly enough, you were the top yapper. Just so you get your top yapper award, you know. I'll do it again. Okay, there we go. Yeah, none of that's going to help me at all. Right, well, that's happening. I'll try and find a raid target, see who's on. There we go. And might be a. It might be a night of just jumping off stream, to be honest. Yeah. I think I might just jump off tonight, to be fair. I kind of need to get to bed. And there's nobody that I absolutely know. Kubu pops back in, instigates a vote, and instantly wins. Fantastic. I love it. Coax is streaming. Okay, we'll go and see Coax then. Yeah, definitely. We'll go and see Coax. Good. Let's do that. No, don't do that. It's fine. Raid, and then we'll go and see Coax. Coax. EL Bobo B. I do not know what Bobo B is. However, God, that looks strange. Let's have a look at that. Interesting, interesting, interesting. Right. I did actually change this back again. Because Kubu said, "Oh, I don't really like that old version." So I've actually now got two raid messages. One is the traditional old one. And thank you so much. Bye, everyone. Thank you, Big Fuss. Really appreciate you being here. It was fantastic. Good stuff. We have come to wax your heads. What the hell? Thank yous for stream. We've come to wax your heads. Indeed, indeed. Yeah, I've now got two basically. Anyway, Kubu. I know we were playing wax heads. Take whatever, whichever one you want. But I've kept the other one that I did. The nobody else was on. I should be back. Definitely will be back on Sunday. But I may have a sneaky one tomorrow. If I get this key that I've been waiting for today, I might have another stream tomorrow night. So we'll see. But I'll definitely be back on Sunday. And we'll be playing Inconveni and finding out what the next part of the story on Inconveni is. So thanks very much, everybody. See you later. Bye.
Raid? Hello, Raiders. We've come to wax your heads. But what if you didn't? How's it going? How's it going? How's it going? Let me get that. Hey, creepy basement. Hang on. I gotta get that raid out. I was brought here against my will. What's up, man? What were you doing? What were you playing? Tell me about it. I want to know.